You're right. It's an absolutely perfect evening for high school football. We've had some chilly days this week, and as you and I talked on the way up to the press box a few minutes ago, I planned all week. Now what am I going to wear? And you know, I've got to get the long sleeve stuff out and everything. And left Stuttgart this afternoon. It was 87 degrees.
Yeah. You know, and as I told you, I think this is the first game all year that I haven't worn shorts. I know it's going to cool off some, but yeah, it was a warm day, and it's a cooling off a little now as the sun went down, but still going to be a perfect night.
And we hope it's going to be a perfect game as well. The Stuttgart Ricebirds need the game tonight to set up a showdown next week for the number 2 seed against the Lone Oak Jackrabbits. Of course, everybody's still got a game to play after that as well, but the Ricebirds got to take care of business and kind of one game at a time, looking for 1-0 tonight.
That's right, especially on the road. You can take nothing for granted on the road, and this is the first night of a 2-week road trip, and it's a big one tonight. You got to have this one tonight for next week to really mean what you want it to mean.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and that is playoff seeding. It looks like Harding Academy is in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed, as they have already defeated both Stuttgart and Lone Oak, and they are 3-0 in conference, and then Lone Oak is 3-1. Stuttgart is 2-1 right behind them, so the Ricebirds really need this game, and then, of course, they'll have to beat Lone Oak next week, and then they'll have to beat Ball Knob in the final week to secure that number 2 seed. And really, it's a scenario that's very possible, Brent, but I've also seen it go the other way. You can plan on a victory here, and all of a sudden you're in a dogfight.
Yeah, every game is tough. Every game is meaningful. Even the last game, you could win these 2 games and lose, that last week and, mess up everything.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, we're going to take a closer look at the conference standings. We'll also take a look at the Ricebirds' big win last week over Cave City. We'll also take a look at tonight's matchup with the Heber Springs Panthers. We'll have all that for you on the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show, and we'll get started on that in 4 minutes.
Flu shots are available now at Urgent Care of Stuttgart for ages 6 months and up. No appointment is necessary. Simply walk in. Most major insurance providers are accepted, and you can call ahead to 672-0911 to find out if you're covered. Supplies are limited. Get your flu shot today at Urgent Care of Stuttgart. And if you start to experience a sudden onset fever, chills, aches, tiredness, a sore throat, or dry cough, visit Urgent Care for treatment without a wait. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick? Get seen today.
Vehicles are expensive, so protect your investment at Stuttgart Tire Service, 1111 South Park Avenue in Stuttgart. Tires, flats, batteries, balancing, alignment, and more. They offer top quality service you can count on. Stuttgart Tire offers roadside assistance for vehicles of all sizes, including agricultural equipment, and their top-of-the-line alignment machine can handle up to 1 tons and dualies. They carry Bridgestone, Firestone, and Mastercraft, brands you can trust, and tires to fit your budget with snap financing available. Stuttgart Tire Service at 1111 South Park Avenue in Stuttgart, 870-673-0111.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
Wilkerson Jewelers offers an exclusive selection of fine and custom jewelry with selections from all over the world. Exquisite diamonds, precious gemstones, fashion jewelry, and more. For over 50 years, Wilkerson Jewelers has prided itself on customer service and satisfaction. Let us show you that buying fine jewelry can be an experience that can last a lifetime. Be sure to check out WilkersonJewelers.com. Easy financing is available and even layaway for Christmas. Only at Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in downtown Stuttgart's huge anniversary sale is going on right now. Save on everything in the store. Freemeyer's is celebrating 44 years in the same location and 52 years on Main Street with store-wide anniversary savings to October 31st. Washers, $4.99. Dryers, $4.99. Apartment refrigerators, $4.99. Queen mattress sets, including box springs, $4.99. And Lazy Boy recliners, only $3.99. Plus additional savings store-wide. The anniversary sale ends October 31st at Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
At Right Fiber, we've upped the gig speed internet game. Our Frontline fiber optic network leads the way for our high-performance internet packages. Talk about fast. Our game plan goes up to 1 gigabit speeds. For extra points, add in Right Fiber TV or phone. We also go long with no hidden fees, no contracts, no data limits, and no charge for Wi-Fi or installation. The Right Fiber team is tough to beat, but easy to join. Just call 833-717-4448 today and score with Right Fiber.
Not many things in life are free, but Family Dental Associates in DeWitt and Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart offer free x-rays and consultations for implants. I'm Courtney Biswinger at Family Dental in DeWitt and Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart. We are committed to providing the best full-service dental care possible for all of our patients.
I'm Dr. Holt Hester. When we say full service, that includes implants, single implants for a missing tooth, denture stabilization with implants, teeth whitening, orthodontic braces, and all other services you would expect from a family dentist.
We also offer Botox in both the Stuttgart and DeWitt locations.
Call Family Dental Associates in DeWitt at 946-4564 or Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart at 673-7181 to set up your appointment today.
Call us today and let our staff brighten your smile and brighten your life.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show tonight from Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have traveled to take on the Heber Springs Panthers in a big 2-4A conference matchup. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Brent Whitman. And Brent, as we talked about in the opening segment, this is a huge game for playoff seedings down the road, but it's just a big game anyway. And you got to love high school football, and you got to love an atmosphere where a team brings their entire town out, before the start of it. And, of course, they've got some heavy hitters that around the area that talk the statewide radio into showing up, and they do that several times here. And occasionally you'll see the weekly game of the week on television as well from Heber Springs. And so this is a community that's really embraced their football after going for years and years and years of just mostly being what I would call a basketball town.
Right.
Here about 20 years ago or so, they shifted gears and really started putting a lot of emphasis on football. Got a beautiful turf field. As a matter of fact, Brenda, I'm trying to think it's one of the oldest ones I think that we've played on.
I think it is. Yeah, they were one of the first ones. It's a beautiful field, and they were, I think a basketball and a track school, cross country running.
And still are.
But they bring out the whole town, and so that's why it's going to be imperative tonight for the Ricebirds to get off to a good start. Kind of take that home crowd out of it.
Absolutely, and of course their stands are filling up across the way over there. They're sitting on the west side. Brent and I are on the east side, facing west. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, the sun has already gone down behind the trees that line the stands on the far side, and the lights are on here. And one interesting thing is, before we finish talking about the field here, Brent, I've always noticed that this field, when the lights are on at night, it looks wet. Even when it was new, I would think that maybe it would be a worn field or something, but no, it's ever since it's been new, this field at night looks wet to me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think
shiny.
I think it's that style of turf. It actually reminds me of the Superdome turf. It kind of looks like it's kind of faded, in spots, light and dark, and it always looks slick and wet, but it's not. But
and but again, as Brent mentioned, a beautiful field. It's all the same color green. It doesn't alternate like some of the fields that we go to. It has white numbers on it that have red shadowing on it, and of course in the end zone it has Panthers in the south end zone and Heber Springs printed in the north end zone. The end zones though are green, and the lettering is red outlined in white. The goalposts are bright white in the end zones, and of course they've got red padding on the lower portion of the goalpost there as well. They've got their gymnasium, which sits on the south side of the field here that also serves as concession stand and restroom facility.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's a dual purpose. Very, very smart planning, and that is a fabulous gymnasium.
It really is. And, of course, one of the things, Brent, we're talking about their field and their facilities here. One of the things I remember about Heber Springs is for years when they had a grass field out here, it was worn out by the middle of October.
Yeah.
Because all the pee-wees and all the junior highs and everybody played on it. And, of course, when you get some weather, if you have a wet fall, and occasionally we do, it just really chews it up. And that was one of the things that prompted them to get serious about a field, turf field. And, again, one of the first in our conference to have that. And, of course, now almost every Friday night we play on a field, turf field.
Except for next week, we will be on the grass.
We will be on.
We'll be on
Lone Oak. An old rough grass field in Lone Oak.
An old stadium there at Lone Oak.
That's right. Well, Brent, let's take a look back to last week. The Stuttgart Ricebirds' big win over the Cave City Cavemen. And it was homecoming and a full week of activities, a fun week of activities. It started early with dress-up days every particular day and culminated, of course, with parades and homecoming queens and so forth. And, of course, then the Ricebirds football team has their job to do, and they took care of business, really got off to a good start. Chance Rabenek returned the opening kickoff to midfield. The Ricebirds then, a little short 6-play drive capped off by Deontay Clark, and the Birds were up 7-0, and that set the mark for the night. They scored again on another short 4-play drive after holding Cave City on downs, get the ball back, and the Ricebirds get it then. A little 4-play drive. You got to like those short drives there. Cedric Hawkins goes in from 15 yards out. And then, of course, Cave City had a 43-yard drive to the Stuttgart 20. Ricebirds held and then had a 65-yard drive in 22 seconds, capped off by an electrifying one of 3 Cedric Hawkins touchdowns all night. That one for 41 yards.
Yeah, you know, the Ricebirds got, as you mentioned, got off to a good start there. And, you know, it was kind of looking like that it might go into halftime 21-0 there, but hold on, the Ricebirds said not so fast.
Not so fast. With they scored with 18 seconds to go to take a 28-0 lead, and then come out for a onside kick attempt that was worked to perfection as Jack Hossman, the kicker, kicked it, and he goes down past the 10-yard spot, and then he catches it. Sets the Ricebirds up in great shape.
Yeah, that was about the absolute perfect onside kick. He kicked it just barely 10 yards. He got out there just behind his blockers, picked the ball up, and then had the Ricebirds score right there before halftime as we have a helicopter landing on the field.
Yes,
now.
If you're listening,
it's the first time I've seen that.
That is a helicopter landing right in front of Brent and I here on the field at Heber Springs, and they are delivering the game ball. So I'm telling you, they have pulled out all the stops.
They've brought out all the stops here tonight. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's going to be imperative for the Birds to get off to a good start here tonight. That looks like a I think it said Unity Health on there. So
yes,
yeah,
it must be a helicopter ambulance then. But the guys are getting out. They've got their helmets on, and now that is flight helmets, not football helmets.
That's right.
And they're delivering the game ball. They walk in. They have that thing landed right on the HS in the center of the field, and they have gotten out, left it running. And I hope the blades all stay attached, Brent, because we're at perfect level.
Yes, we are. We are.
And we're about 13 minutes from the kickoff of this one here tonight in Heber Springs. But as we mentioned at the very outset, they've pulled out all of the stops here in Heber Springs. That takes us away from what we were talking about. Yeah. They're getting ready to take back off. The Ricebirds then go in with a beautiful Jack Hossman to Kendrick Hawkins, 37-yard pass. Now, if you heard the coach's show a little bit earlier, you heard Coach Price say that really our intention was to get it in field goal range and hit a step out of bounds, but the D-back came right up to Kendrick at the line of scrimmage, and, of course, Kendrick had just run by him, and he did, and Jack saw that and laid it out there absolutely perfect, Brent.
Yes, he did. Jack gave that little pump fake there at about the 10-yard mark, and then the D-back just bit, and, Kendrick just ran right by him, and Jack laid it out there perfect for Kendrick right about the 10-yard line, and he made his way into the end zone, and we had a 35 8-0 sportsmanship rule game at halftime.
Boy, and don't you love that when you can let that clock run non-stop.
That's
here.
right.
And we're going to get another photo here, and Brent and I, one or both of us, will post that as it rises up out of the stadium here, and that is a beautiful sight here with the sunrise behind, with the sunset behind it, and it is going to take off over the goal post on the south end, and it's going to disappear into the night sky, and that is really a nice touch here as again, we said Heber Springs pulls out all the stops. But the Ricebirds pulled out all the stops last week. Cave City did get a score in the second half against the Ricebirds to set the final mark at 35-7. But, Brent, you got to love it when the subs get an opportunity to get in and get some PT as well.
Yeah, they did. Several Ricebirds got carries last week. Cedric Hawkins, A.J. Higgins, Kamarion Pickett, Kevon Conway, Xavier Hobbs got carries. And and all the second and third string linemen were in there as well. So just a fantastic homecoming in front of what was a standing room only crowd. Just a fantastic crowd last week.
Oh, it was absolutely great point, Brent, and I'm glad you brought that up. It was a really standing room crowd. I mean, they were lining the fence. It's been since some playoff games quite some time ago that I remember seeing a crowd quite like that on the Stuttgart side as well. So really a great atmosphere and a great win for the Ricebirds. And as you mentioned, some of those subs. And I also think about when you think about the subs getting some PT, you got others in there like Xavier Hobbs that plays on defense, and he's a starter many nights, but he got an opportunity to get in there at quarterback.
Right, that's right. Yeah, and he can run the ball, as well, too. So, the Ricebirds are in good hands. We have Landon Melanchuk out, but, you got Clark, you got Jack Hosman, who can play quarterback, Hobbs as well. So the Ricebirds are still in good hands at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they sure are. So it'll be interesting to see if the Ricebirds continue to build as we get these injured players back as well. We are set for the pregame activities here at Panther Stadium in Heber Springs. So we're going to step away here on the Fremeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show while we get the national anthem and the invocation out of the way. And we'll be back. We'll talk a little bit more about the Heber Springs Panthers on the other side of this break. We're back in 4 minutes.
Monthly club meetings at the French Team in Stuttgart provide education and inspiration for sewing, embroidery, and silhouette digital cutting. If you're interested in joining these small groups, call the French Team today at 870-673-8156. There is no fee to join, but registration is required for both Bernina Club and Creative Club. Call today for this month's schedule. Call 673-8156 for the French Team, 2015 South Berkel in Stuttgart, FrenchTeam.com, and French Team Stuttgart on Facebook.
Pearson Company, 209 North Berkel in Stuttgart, has been your specialist in design, sales, and installation of pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. With a workforce of highly trained and skilled workmen, Pearson Company has constructed a variety of business, church, commercial, and farm equipment buildings. For professional service, whether it be repair on existing buildings or a new pre-engineered steel building, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Berkel in Stuttgart. Call 673-6984.
Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th. This is Kelsey Konechny with Konechny Insurance, and we are here to help you with your Medicare coverage needs. We can help you with prescription drug plans, Medicare supplements, and Advantage plans. We are your local hometown insurance agents that will give you the personal attention you deserve. Call us at 870-673-9249. Konechny Insurance, 102 West 7th Street in Stuttgart.
Fremeier's Best Brands Plus in downtown Stuttgart's huge anniversary sale is going on right now. Save on everything in the store. Fremeier's is celebrating 44 years in the same location and 52 years on Main Street with store-wide anniversary savings to October 31st. Washers, $4.99. Dryers, $4.99. Apartment refrigerators, $4.99. Queen mattress sets, including box springs, $4.99. And Lazy Boy recliners, only $3.99. Plus additional savings store-wide. The anniversary sale ends October 31st at Fremeier's Best Brands Plus, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
Attention former Classic Cleaners customers. Atlantis Coin Laundry in Stuttgart and Southern Starch of Dumas have partnered to provide dry cleaning service to the Stuttgart area. Now you can drop off dry cleaning at Atlantis at 14th and Main in Stuttgart by noon Wednesday and pick up the following Thursday. Turnaround is 1 week. Go to southernstarch.com to see pricing and to set up a dry cleaning charge account. Atlantis will continue their wash, dry, and fold service Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Learn more about dry cleaning services by visiting southernstarch.com.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Are you constantly running over your data plan? You can't get service where you live? With TechStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. Stream every football game this fall with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lone Oak, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free at 866-268-0101 or visit TechStream.net.
This is Kim Bethay at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart, letting you know that you'll want to start watching our Facebook and Instagram posts and stories for special prize opportunities featuring some of your favorite brands like Scout Bags, Snappy Screen on-the-go applicators, and touchless mist sanitizers, Happy Everything, and more. Follow our posts and stories on Facebook and Instagram today and see how and what you can win from Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show, coming to you tonight from Panther Stadium in Heber Springs. We're in Cleburne County, for those of you that may not be aware of exactly where Heber Springs is located, but it's 100 miles north of Stuttgart. I've been this way several times, and I've come several different ways, and it takes 2 hours to get up here. I don't care.
No matter what, yeah.
Whichever way you go. And it's a pretty drive up here. It's into the hills, and Brent and I are sitting in front of the only flat piece of ground in Cleburne County.
No doubt about that. Yeah, yeah. You know, luckily it's a little bit shorter trip for me, just about an hour and
that's true
10 minutes or so. Yeah, but still a nice drive up here through El Paso and Rosebud.
Yeah, I came through Romance as well, and so it some really interesting little towns along the way, and again, beautiful countryside, and we're set up here tonight for a good high school football game between two conference foes, the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Heber Springs Panthers. Your Stuttgart Ricebirds are making their way out of the locker room, and the Heber Springs Panthers are getting ready to load up into their big inflatable helmet that they have on the northwest corner of the field here at Panther Stadium. And as always, the Ricebirds win the inflatable battle, as the big, fierce Ricebird with the tunnel behind them has already been inflated. I got to tell you, the Ricebird Booster Club, what a job those guys do. I followed Josh Hayes in the trailer. The trailer is beautiful that they pull this run through, and it's just really very impressive and represents Stuttgart very, very well, and I appreciate those guys. Whether it's a senior high game, junior high game, home or away, you can count on their support, and we've got a booster club really that is second to none, in my opinion. The Ricebirds are slowly walking their way down the length of the field to get into their run-through. And captains are getting ready to meet out the center of the field. And, Brent, let's take a look at the captains for tonight's game.
For the Heber Springs Panthers is number 6, Xander Lindley, and number 27, Parker Brown. For the Ricebirds is number 79, Blaine Kittler, number 56, Hunter Smith, and number 17, Cameron Harper. Lynn, and how about number 17 and 56 back in action tonight?
Absolutely, Brent. That is a great point, and we're glad to have those young men back out there dressed out and ready to play football again. Really thought Hunter might be a playoff type situation, but he has hustled around, got himself back, and we appreciate the effort that they've put in to represent their Stuttgart Ricebird football team. And it looks like the Heber Springs Panthers have won the toss and will defer to the second half, and the Ricebirds will receive the opening kickoff. The Heber Springs Panthers are 2-4 overall, Brent. They're 1-2 in conference. They lost at Clinton to start the season, 30-14. Lost at home to Batesville Southside, an old conference foe there, 44-6. Then they got their first win at home, hosting Jonesboro Westside back in week 3, 28-13. They won at Cave City, 50-22. And then they're on a 2-game losing streak. They lost at Ball Knob, 26-21. And then last week lost at Lone Oak, 28-7. Coach Todd Woods, in his 3rd season at the helm of Heber, has a 7-19 overall record, including 3-6 last year. They finished 6th in the conference, just missed the playoffs. 5 offensive and 7 defensive starters are back from a year ago, but look for a new signal caller behind center. Look for Liam Buffalo, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore, has 4.7 speed, and he led their junior high to a combined record of 15-4 the past 2 seasons, passing for more than 4,000 yards and rushing for more than 1,000 yards. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Chris Armstrong is manning our live stream on the EAB Sports Network, Stuttgart Ricebirds YouTube channel, and it is up and going, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds are ready to get it going here as well. For my good friend Kim Bethay, here is the old school battle cry. The field is green, the stripes are white, and we're ready for some conference football on this Friday night. All right, Brent.
Yeah, the Ricebirds have Clark, Hawkins, and I believe, can't see who that is on the far side.
Kicking for Heber Springs, number 5, Gideon Tate. 2-step kicker, puts his foot into it, end over end. It's going to be taken at about the 25.
That's Kendrick Hawkins.
Kendrick's got it, coming to the near side, coming to the middle. He's got some running room, 40, 45, just tripped up. A nice tackle by number 22, Carter Julian, saved a Ricebird touchdown on that opening kick.
Yes, he did. Nice tackle there, but Kendrick, boy, set up with the blockers well, cut it right up the middle of the field, and yet just got brought down by the last Panther in his way there. But fantastic field position for the Ricebirds as they will start out at their own 48.
Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position, your Stuttgart Ricebirds moving from the left to the right. They're dressed in all white, maroon helmets, maroon numbers. The helmets have the Flying Bird logo on the left side, their jersey number on the right side, and then a stripe down the center that starts wide in the front and goes to a point in the back. Heber Springs in red jerseys, white pants, red helmets. Handoff, Cedric Hawkins, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield for a loss. Nice play in there by number 15, Keenan Sneed, and from his middle linebacker position, and he is probably, Brent, the best defender on the team.
Yeah, he came right through there untouched from his middle linebacker spot, and Cedric just didn't have a chance there.
2nd down, 11 for the Ricebirds. Line of scrimmage is the Stuttgart 47. Send a man in motion from left and right, and the Ricebirds jump. Goodness gracious.
Yep, Ricebirds jump off sides. That's going to back them up 5 more. It's going to make it 2nd down and about 16 or so for the Ricebirds. But
Brent, we'll talk about the junior high game a little bit later during our broadcast, but that was one of the issues last night that was a problem were some consistent little penalties like that. And those are kind of things you think when you get into week 7, week 8.
You shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have. That's exactly right.
But Ricebirds, Lynn, you know, with some players who have been hurt back tonight too, so maybe just a little rust out there also.
Yeah, excellent point. Excellent point.
And we got a stoppage in play.
And the official in white hat is talking with the Ricebirds and don't really know what's going on, but the clock says 11 minutes to go, and I don't know if it is a clock problem that they're working on. It's not a player problem or a foul problem or anything like that, but they say the ball is ready for play, and here we go. Quick handoff over the right side. A little bit of running room. A.J. Higgins powers his way across midfield into Panther territory. Moves it to the 49, setting the Ricebirds up now with about a 3rd and 7.
And nice hard run by A.J. Higgins, twisting and turning his way for about 9 yards. And 3rd down and 7 for the Ricebirds right in front of our broadcast position here. Ball
is toward the near hash mark. Matthew Hoskin is the center. Snap, handoff. Hawkins around the left side. Penalty marker down. Another penalty marker down. And he's going to have yardage down to about the 47, well short of a first down. But very likely this is going to come back anyway because of the penalty markers.
Well, it's either going to come back or they're going to decline it and take 4th down and 5. But I'm not sure what I'd do. I think I might take the 4th down and 5 here and maybe force Stuttgart to maybe punt, because with the speed that Stuttgart has, you know, Lynn, they can take it to the house on any play, and they are going to back them up here, so might be a little bit of a gamble, but we'll see how it works out for them. It's going to be 3rd down again for the Ricebirds.
This one's going to be long.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and about about 17 here maybe.
Yeah, it is at least
17 or 18 maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might have been a good idea to take that penalty, but we'll see how it works out. We'll see if the Birds put one in the air here.
Birds a little bit rusty here on their opening possession. Takes a snap. Clark rolling to his left, looking now. He's just going to tuck it and run. He cuts back toward the center of the field. He's at midfield. He's at 45, and he's trying to break through, and he gets a first down inside the 40-yard line down to the 38-yard line. They call him Sparky. Deontay Clark, first down for the Ricebirds.
He's going to have about 23 yards as he rolled out to his left. Didn't have anything open, but then was smart enough to cut back across the middle of the field, and then he used his speed to outrun several Panthers and picked up a huge first down.
Picked up a few blocks downfield as well. Yep. Birds set up first down and 10 from the Heber Springs 37-yard line. Handoff, Hawkins left side. He's down inside the 30 and down close to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Ricebirds. Great run over the left side by Cedric Hawkins.
And he's going to have 11 brought down that time again by number 15, Sneed, and if Sneed doesn't tackle him, he's in the end zone.
Absolutely. Here come the Birds to the line. Deontay Clark is quarterback, shotgun formation, has Hawkins standing to his right. He takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down for basically no gain.
Yeah, maybe a yard or so lost that time.
Could be, yes, it is going to be a
pretty good penetration by the Panther line that time. The left side of the Panther line just cut Clark's legs right out from under him.
Here come the Birds to the line. Balls toward the far hash mark. Clark awaiting the snap. Takes straight back to pass, getting some pressure, steps up out of the pockets, got some running room. At the 20, he's at the 15, he's at the 10 on the far sideline, hammered hard out of bounds. And I don't see a flag, but he was hit way over on the track nearly.
Yes, he was. He was well out of bounds there, and no flag, but he's going to take it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Another fantastic run by Clark of 22 yards.
Good coverage in the secondary by the Panthers, but Clark used that, and he didn't find anybody he liked to throw it to, so he just tucked it and ran, and the Birds set up now. First down, goal to go at the 4-yard line of Heber Springs. Ball's on the far hash mark, moving from the left to the right on your radio dial, and Coach Price runs out and calls timeout. Timeout, Stuttgart. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Flu shots are available now at Urgent Care of Stuttgart for ages 6 months and up. No appointment is necessary. Simply walk in. Most major insurance providers are accepted, and you can call ahead to 672-0911 to find out if you're covered. Supplies are limited. Get your flu shot today at Urgent Care of Stuttgart. And if you start to experience a sudden onset fever, chills, aches, tiredness, a sore throat, or dry cough, visit Urgent Care for treatment without a wait. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
Welcome back to Stuttgart Ricebird Football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Petrus with 2 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's Petrus Auto Sales. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds looking at first down, goal to go from the Heber Springs 4-yard line, and a penalty marker before the snap. Coming out of the timeout, you hate to see a penalty marker unless this one is maybe offsides. Let's see what the call is.
Yes, it's on the
Well, it's going to be on the Ricebirds. He signaled against the Ricebirds.
He signaled offside, which would be a defensive penalty, but he signaled it on the Ricebirds.
So that'll back the ball up to the 9-yard line of Heber Springs. Still first down and goal to go.
And I think that's what the coaches are saying. He's saying you signaled offside, but it's going to back them up.
Deontay Clark takes, and again, another penalty marker before the snap.
Let's see if they get it right this time and call it on the Panthers. They're pretty far away from us, but I didn't see anybody for the Ricebirds move.
And, of course, we're on the visitors' side, so we're not getting a good look at the gentleman in the white hat, and they're calling offsides again on Stuttgart.
But shouldn't it be, well, unless somebody lines up offsides. And, of course,
that'll back the ball up to the 14-yard line. Still first down, goal to go for the Ricebirds.
Ricebirds will run that same play, kind of a jumbo package.
Deontay Clark takes, fakes, keeps it himself right up into the line. He's inside the 5-yard line, pushing toward the goal, and he's going to be brought down at about the 2. What a run by Deontay Clark.
Well, it was 12 yards, Lynn, and as I mentioned, the Birds kind of have a jumbo package in there. Tank Hood in the backfield leading the way. And, boy, nice game there on first down. It gets the Ricebird down to the 2.
Second down, goal to go for the Ricebirds. Handoff, Hawkins over the right side, puts his head down. He's powering over defenders, and let's see, touchdown Ricebirds. Cedric Hawkins takes it the last 2, and the Birds break out on top. 8:17 to go in the first quarter, and they lead 6-0.
2 yards for Hawkins, following the blocks of Tank Hood and Nikhil Bradley in the backfield in that little heavy set package there, just bringing a couple extra big bodies there to pound at that defensive line, and Hawkins gets his first touchdown of the night.
And here is Hossman on for the extra point, and it is good, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds quickly lead the Heber Springs Panthers 7-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus in downtown Stuttgart's huge anniversary sale is going on right now. Save on everything in the store. Freemeyer's is celebrating 44 years in the same location and 52 years on Main Street with store-wide anniversary savings to October 31st. Washers, $4.99. Dryers, $4.99. Apartment refrigerators, $4.99. Queen mattress sets, including box springs, $4.99. And Lazy Boy recliners, only $3.99. Plus additional savings store-wide. The anniversary sale ends October 31st at Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium, Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just scored to take a 7-0 lead over the Heber Springs Panthers. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you joining us tonight for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Ricebirds with their kick team bunched all together, with the exception of 2 players that are flanking out on each end.
That's Jacob Hayes and Peyton Thompson.
And Ricebird band, you can hear them. They just drill it right down central. Takes a big bounce over the second wave of guys, and it's finally picked up by number 4 for the Panthers, Easton Cusick.
Yeah, Lynn, and he stepped out of bounds right after he picked it up, right just inside the 23. Boy, a fantastic kick by Hosman there. Took that nice big hop, headed toward the sideline. The Cusick stepped out of bounds right when he picked it up.
So the Heber Springs Panthers, on their first possession of the night, will start at their own 22-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark. The Panthers in white jerseys and helmets, white pants. They've got pink socks on. Quarterback calls for the ball, takes hands off over the right side, now cuts back into the line. On the carry is number 27 for the Panthers, Parker Brown.
Yeah, he ran a long ways that time to pick up 5 yards. Started out one way and cut back the other way. A good hard run, though, for 5 yards, and not a bad start for the Panthers.
Panthers now second down and 5 from their own 27-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark. Panthers moving from the north to the south, which is the right to the left on your radio dial for those of you listening on the radio. Quarterback's going to just keep it himself over the right side, and he gets out across the 30, and looks like he's going to be about a yard short of a first down. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 1. Gideon Tate is the...
Yeah, those numbers. I think think that's number 6 again.
Excuse me, number 6.
Yeah, 6. That's Lindley.
Alexander Lindley.
Yeah, he's going to have about 4.
Lindley was the quarterback last year, started the first 4 games, then I believe it was a broken collarbone, set him down for the rest of the year. Good to see him back out there as well. He is a junior. 2 wide outs to the right, to the left. Single back standing beside the quarterback. Sends a man in motion from the left. Going to fake to him on a speed sweep. Hand off to Parker Brown. And Brown's going to have a first down out to the 35-yard line. Move the sticks for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's going to have about 3. Fell forward there and just enough for the first down. We got a official's timeout. Maybe looks like a hurt Panther there, number 60. It's down on the ground. That's Axley Davis, a lineman.
6'2", 260-pounder. And he is a sophomore, I believe. And
big old boy.
He is a big old boy, and certainly hope he's going to be okay. Looks like he's trying to put some weight on both legs, and he is going to walk off, look like on his own power, and that's a good sign there. And makes his way to the sideline and hopefully get his breath back and get back out there. Hope he's going to be okay. Here come the Panthers to the line. First down and 10 on their opening possession. 6:07 to go, opening quarter. Ricebirds with a 7-0 lead, scored on their opening possession. Little shift.
Lots of motion.
Quarterback calls for the ball, pitches it to the far side to Brown, and Brown gets across the line of scrimmage and maybe a couple, 2, maybe 3 yards. Let's see where they set the ball down.
Yeah, about 3.5 yards. Hobbs was there on the tackle.
Second down and a short 7 looks like it's going to be. They've got to get out just across the 45-yard line for a first down. Ball's on the far hash mark. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Single back standing beside the quarterback to his right. Quarterback calls for the ball, back to pass. Looking, dancing, now getting some pressure. Finds a man complete at the 40, and the Ricebirds converge very quickly. Xavier Hobbs brings him down close to first down yardage. Yes, and they say he's got enough just across the 45. Nice job by the quarterback, number 1, eluding the pocket collapse, and number 2, finding his receiver, Dalton Yancey, that really worked hard to help him get open.
Yes, he did. A big gain there of 8 and another first down.
At the 46-yard line of Heber Springs, ball's on the near hash mark. Quarterback, Lindley, now stands up, looks to the sideline. Parker Brown standing to his left. Again, 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Wide side of the field is to the right. Calls for the ball, fakes to Parker. Now he fires out in the flats. That's actually a lateral.
Yes.
And it is complete and just shy of midfield out to the 49. A gain of about 3. And that's on the far side, Brent. And we're going to have to get the binoculars on that one. That one is number 18.
18 again. That is going to be a running play.
Dalton Yancey.
About 3 for Dalton Yancey.
And just a yard shy of midfield. Second down, 7 coming up now for the Heber Springs Panthers. 4:18 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead over Heber Springs in this 2-4A conference matchup. 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Sends a man in motion from the right to the left, which is Yancey. They're going to hand to Parker into the line. Ball is loose. Ricebirds pick it up, and they're headed the other way. Cade Coates. He's brought down by number 6, Alexander Lindley, the quarterback, but the ball laid out on the ground, and Cade, he picked it up, and I thought he was going to scoop and score because he had nothing but white shirts around him, but a nice job by their quarterback, Alexander Lindley. Saved a touchdown, but the Ricebirds have it. First down and 10 at the Heber Springs 33.
Yeah, that was Parker Brown on the carry, and he was hit just as he got to the line of scrimmage, and the ball popped out, and Cade Coates was right there for it.
And the Birds landed on him. He tried to reach out for it and could not reach it. Here come the Birds. Offense back on the field. Deontay Clark at quarterback with Hawkins standing to his right. Hands to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get the corner on the left side and tripped up. Nice job by number 54, Corbin Jones, from his defensive end position just to trip up Cedric Hawkins.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 1. Yeah, fantastic job there. Got off his block well and brought down Cedric.
That moves the ball toward the far hash mark. Actually, the ball's going to be right about the center of the field.
3:30 left in the first quarter.
3 wide outs to the right for the Birds, 1 to the left, empty backfield. Deontay Clark calls for it and quickly fakes. Now he's just going to keep it over the left side. Nice job by number 15. That is Keenan Sneed on the stop from his linebacker position, tripping up Sparky at about the 31-yard line. So quickly the Ricebirds looking at 3rd down and 9 after getting the turnover.
Yeah.
3:02 to go here in the opening quarter, and the Ricebirds with a 7-0 lead, their second possession of the game.
3rd down and 9 here. I'm sure this is 2-down territory, so 2 plays to get the first down.
Ricebirds with that little bit of a power package, they move to the right side. Deontay Clark's a quarterback. Hawkins flanks him. He's going to fake to Hawkins. He's going to keep it himself and going to get inside the 30, but he's going to be short of a first down by probably about 5 yards.
Yep.
So from about the 28-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers, the Ricebirds will have it on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down and 5 here. No hesitation about it at all. The Ricebirds quickly up to the line.
Hossman and Kendrick Hawkins split wide to the left.
Hard count didn't get the Panthers to jump.
Deontay Clark at quarterback with Hawkins standing to his left. Takes, he fakes, he's going to keep it himself over the left side, dancing through the line, down to the 20-yard line. First down and 10, Ricebirds. Sparky gets it for the Birds.
He does. He picks up about 7 there. They are really, really keying on Cedric Hawkins tonight, to try to slow him down. And, boy, Deontay Clark is taking advantage of it. 7 carries, 67 yards for Clark in the first quarter.
The clock moves under a minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Birds up 7-0. This time hands off Hawkins, looking for a little room on the left side. Breaks a tackle and powers his way down maybe the 16-yard line, almost the 15-yard line.
See, it's looking like it's a gain of 5.
Maybe close to 6 on that.
We'll give him
Ball
6.
was at the 21, and 2nd down and 4 coming up from the 15-yard line. Ricebirds, ball's on the far hash mark. Matthew Hoskin is the center over the ball. They send Hawkins in motion from left to right. Snap back, and Sparky's just going to have to jump on it. He tried to reach around and pick it up and realized that better get on that.
Yeah.
So he just falls on it, and that was a smart thing to do. It's going to be a loss back to about the 21-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play, but the Ricebirds retain possession.
Yeah, a little bit of a low snap there, and Sparky just unable to grab it, and then he kind of kicked it there, so he definitely did the smart thing and fell on it.
Contavian Daniels comes in with a play from Coach Price. Then he lines up wide right. Deontay Clark calls for it, back to pass, airs it out long towards Daniels, and he's got it. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Contavian Daniels hauls it in, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead.
Wow, 21 yards, and that was a beautiful pass from Clark, a perfect spiral, lobbed it right down there in the corner, and Daniels was right there and made a nice catch with some pretty good coverage on him. And boy, what a nice big play there on 3rd down for the Ricebirds.
Ricebirds go up 13-0. Hossman on to attempt the extra point. The holder is Elliott Boyd. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds stretch their lead over the Heber Springs Panthers 14-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Farmers and Merchants Bank is adding more convenient banking across Arkansas. The MVP Center in DeWitt is now open on Whitehead Drive, and there are 2 in Stuttgart, one on Maple behind the main bank and one on the corner of North Main and Michigan. These are interactive teller machines with on-screen tellers serving you 7 to 7 Monday through Friday and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Go to mebanking.com to locate more MVP centers as you travel across the state from Jonesboro to the Bank of Fayetteville. Always finding a better way at Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
And a brighter day up ahead.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just extended their lead over the Heber Springs Panthers 14-0 with 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. And once again, Jack Hossman has it teed up for the Ricebirds, and their kick team, again, is sort of bunched up. Not sure what you call the formation, but it's been pretty effective.
Nice kick
Once
again,
again, another big bounce. This one's going to be fielded at about the 23, back across the 30, 35, 40. Nice return by the Heber Springs Panthers, and that was number 4 on the return, Easton Cusick.
Yeah, Easton gets his second chance on a punt return here and has a much better one this time than he did last time when he stepped out of bounds. He's going to take it out to the 44-yard line, so good field position for the Panthers on their second possession as we have 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
Ricebirds have dominated time of possession, would you say?
Yes, absolutely, they have.
All right, ball's on the near hash mark. The Heber Springs Panthers moving from the right to the left. Red jerseys, white pants, red helmets. Hand off to Parker Brown, and oh my goodness, welcome back Cameron Harper.
Yeah, he came through there untouched. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. And, yeah, absolutely welcome back Cameron Harper. He's been out since the Forest City game, and with an injury, and it's great to have him back. And here's the end of the first quarter.
We got 1 in the books. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 14-0. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 1 minute on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
$20 an hour. You heard that right. Lennox Industries' state-of-the-art air-conditioned factory in Stuttgart, Arkansas is now offering $20 an hour starting pay, in addition to no mandatory weekend work, making it a great place to start a new and exciting career. We invite you to become a member of the strongest commercial HVAC manufacturing facility in the world. If you have manufacturing experience, a strong work record with good attendance, and are looking for a place to establish a long-term career where you can grow, then Lennox Industries in Stuttgart wants you. Lennox offers the best combination of pay and overall benefits package in the industry and has been operating in Stuttgart since 1974. If you are ready to kickstart your career and join an industry-leading company in HVAC, then visit LennoxInternational.com/careers or text MyCoolJobs to 97211.
And we welcome you back as we start the second quarter from Heber Springs. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead 14-0. Heber Springs quickly. Quarterback back to pass, fires out in the flats, got a man complete on the far sideline, gets into Ricebird territory, and let's see where they mark him down. I can't tell where he went out of bounds, but I think he's going to be short of a first down.
He's going to be about 2 yards short, so it's going to be a gain of about 10. That was number 4, Cusick, on the reception.
No huddle as Heber Springs comes straight back to the line on 3rd down and 1 at the Ricebird 48-yard line, just underway, second quarter action. Big 2-4A conference matchup. Back to pass, dumps it off over the left side after looking to the right. Got a man complete, runs into his own blocker down inside the Ricebird 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Go the Panthers, and that'll move the sticks.
Going to be another gain of about 11. I think that might have been Cusick again on the far side. So they are going to the air here on their second possession.
Turnover on their first possession, and the Ricebirds turned it into points. 2 wideouts to the right. Ricebirds flinch but don't jump. 2 wideouts to the left as well. Parker Brown running back. Now he transitions out of the backfield to the near side. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Lindley. Takes a snap, back to pass, looking, airs it out long over the middle for Parker Brown. The Ricebirds are there, and looked like the Ricebirds, Deontay Clark had best position on it possibly for a pick, but then Brown reaches over him, and it was kind of a jump ball, Brent.
Yeah, it was. Clark came over there and kind of got inside of Brown, but then Brown kind of jumped over the top of Clark and knocked it down. Boy, yeah, it looked like Sparky had a pretty good chance at an interception there, but Brown just knocked it away. 2nd down 10.
2 wide outs to the right, to the left. Brown lined up to the left. The quarterback fake to Brown, and the quarterback keeps it. Got some running room. He's inside the Ricebird 20, brought down by Deontay Clark. Had to take some speed to get in there behind him. Yes. He did a nice job faking to Brown, and really I think kind of faked the Ricebirds out of their cleats and does a nice job getting it into the Ricebird red zone. 10:57 to go, second quarter. Ricebirds up 14-0, but the first threat of the night for the Heber Springs Panthers.
And gain of 22 on that play. Yeah, good fake and then a nice run by the quarterback.
Ball's on the far hash mark. Empty backfield. Sends a man in motion. Going to fake him on a speed sweep. And the quarterback keeps it himself over the left side. Gets it inside the 15. Let's see where they're going to mark it down, about the 12 or 13.
It looks like maybe about the 13, I think, is where the
scoreboard says 13. I don't know that they've got a better view of it than we do.
Gain of only about 3 on that play. The Ricebird defense was not fooled by the quarterback fake that time.
2nd down, 7 coming up for the Panthers. 10:09 to go, clock moving, first half. Birds up 14-0. Heber Springs knocking on the door. 4 wideouts, 2 on each side. Since Parker in motion out of the backfield, quarterback takes. He starts one way, then cuts back. Deontay Clark stayed home and throws him down for a loss.
Oh yeah, I think that was Kendrick Hawkins that time.
Oh, excuse me.
Number 8. But boy, the quarterback rolled out right and then wheeled back left. And boy, I tell you what, he had Nikhil Bradley in his face. He did a good job just to get rid of it. But Hawkins was right there on top of him, and it was no gain on that play.
Aiden Robnett checks out for the Ricebirds. 3rd down and 8 coming up from the Stuttgart 14-yard line. Everybody's in tight. Xander Lindley back to pass, looking, getting pressure. Now he finally gets rid of it, but he is hit as he throws, goes down, and incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down and 8 now, and a possible field goal attempt coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, Xavier Hobbs was the first one there, and then Cameron Harper came in as well, and the quarterback did a good job just to get rid of it, but the pass fell well short of his receiver. And it is a field goal attempt.
Going to be a 30-yarder. Ball's going to be placed right down at the 20-yard line from the far hash mark. Right foot soccer-style kicker. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is no good.
No good. I think
pulled it to the left.
To the left,
like,
yeah, I think. And then Cameron Harper came flying through there, almost got a hand on it. I don't think he did, but boy, the kick was pulled just to the left, and the Panthers come away with no points there. So a nice stop by the Ricebird defense, and their offense will come back out for their 3rd possession. The Ricebirds scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions and have a 14-0 lead here with 9:13 left in the first half.
And the Ricebirds break the huddle on the sideline and head to the line of scrimmage. And they'll have it in the center of the field. Here in the 2nd quarter, they're moving from the right to the left on your radio dial, which is the north to the south here in Cleburne County. Ryan Kazire makes his way on. They were missing the guard on the left side. Here comes Ryan to fill that hole. Deontay Clark takes, fakes, keeps it himself, gets up to the line of scrimmage and maybe just across, and that's going to do it. About a half a yard for Deontay.
Yep, that's it for Clark. 9 carries, 63 yards.
52 and 54. That's Jonah Cordell along with Corbin Jones on the stop. A couple of big linemen for the Heber Springs Panthers. Ricebirds to the line. Wideouts on left and right. Single back standing just to the left. He gets some room, and you can put this one on the scoreboard. Cedric Hawkins takes it all the way, 80 yards up the middle, Brent. I'm not sure he was touched beyond the line of scrimmage.
You're right. Yeah, I think he was bumped just a couple times as he went through the hole, but, Cedric with that fantastic balance. And then once he made it through the line, nobody got a hand on him. And, I think that's the first time tonight that Cedric has actually gone up the middle. We've been trying to get him out, out wide. But, boy, he just busted that one right up the middle. And, once he got through the line, it was off to the races, and he's going to win that race every time.
Yes, he will. 80 yards. Hossman on to attempt the extra point. Elliott Boyd's the holder. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds stretch their lead over the Heber Springs Panthers. Birds up 21-0. 8:26 to go in the first half. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
When you're looking to sell your house or find a new home, you want a name you can trust. Sandra Brothers at Brothers Realty in Stuttgart is an Arkansas County native dedicated to providing the finest real estate sales and service available. Brothers Realty guarantees you the personal and professional care you need when making such important decisions. You can trust Brothers Realty to have your best interest at heart. Call Sandra Brothers at 870-659-4218. Visit brothers-realty.com or browse listings at Brothers Realty on Facebook and Instagram.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, you can check out the inventory and get pricing and everything online at either one of the Petrus locations. Petrus Chevrolet Buick and GMC, their website is petrusgm.com. And for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, go to petrusautosales.com. Again, photos, pricing, everything you need for your hung on. He stretched that jersey out, and he brings him down after a gain of 5 on the play. So it's going to bring up now 2nd and 5. Gets rid of it down the field. It's going to be picked off by the Ricebirds at the 45, back to the 40, and out of bounds.
I believe I was Contavious Daniels, Lynn. Yep. No, that was number 18. I'm sorry. That was 18, not number 16. That was Julius Gaither, yeah, coming up from his safety spot, was right there as the quarterback Lindley was under some heavy pressure time. Just tried to get rid of it downfield, and boy, Gaither read it all the way and picked up the second Ricebird turnover of the night.
Like to call that one, Brent, a pressure pick, because I'm telling you, the quarterback was really under duress.
He was.
And Julius did a super job, as you mentioned, Brent, reading it all the way, and the Birds get the second turnover of the night. They've got it in great field.
As A.J. tried to show a little bit of shiftiness that time, just couldn't get away from the Panthers. 2nd down at about 18.
Ball now on the near hash mark. A little bit closer to Brent and I's broadcast position, which, by the way, is on the visitors' side. This used to be the home side years ago. Handoff. Hawkins starts in the middle, now cuts to the outside. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, and let's see. On the far side of the field, he's down to about the 31-yard line, shy of a first down, but gets most of that, or gets all that penalty yardage back, plus about 5, Brent.
Yeah, he's going to have about 12. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Ball is at the Heber Springs 31-yard line.
Cedric goes over the 100-yard mark in the first half.
6:35 to go in the first half. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Now they send Hawkins in motion out of the backfield. Clark just takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself and tries over the right end, and nothing there. Good job by the defensive line and linebackers for the Heber Springs Panthers in there leading the charge. Again, number 12, Zachary Parker, and number 15, Keenan Sneed from his linebacker position. It's going to bring up now 4th down and 3 for the Ricebirds from the 29-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers with less than 6 minutes to go here in the first half, and the Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead.
A big play here for this Panther defense, and Stuttgart takes a timeout.
Timeout, Stuttgart. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability, and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production in bushels. Contact your local Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers by a score of 21-0 with 5:50 to go in the first half. Ricebirds looking at a 4th down and 3 from the 29-yard line of Heber Springs. Deontay Clark fires out in the flats, intended for Cedric Hawkins, and incomplete. Just a little bit too much on that one, Brent, and Cedric couldn't haul it in. And Heber Springs, after giving the ball up on an interception, hold the Ricebirds and get the ball back on downs.
They forced a turnover on downs here for the first time tonight. And the pass was just a little high, but pretty good coverage by the Panthers as well there. And Sidler was probably going to be short of the first down anyway, but let's see if this Ricebird defense can come up with their third turnover of the night here.
Here come the Panthers to the line. First down to 10th, they're on 29. Quickly fires it out in the flats. Running room, 35-40. Sidesteps one defender. Can't sidestep another, but the ball is loose. Now, I do think that Heber Springs is going to get back on it. Yes, on the recovery is number 18, Dalton Yancey.
And I think they're calling him down.
Yes, because they've moved the ball back up, not where it was recovered, but back where he was down. So good point, Brent. It moves it out. It is enough for a first down out across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
That was Parker Brown on the catch, 14 yards.
And he put it on the ground, but they rule the ball down. Here come the Panthers on first down and 10. Ball's on the near hash mark, moving from the left to the right. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff into the line. Brown just sidestepping defenders and gets out across the 45, close to the 47-yard line.
He's going to have about 5. Cade Coates was the first Ricebird in there.
Clock rolls under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Heber Springs with the ball. Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead. Quarterback, Xander Lindley. Takes, fakes, keeps it himself for left side. Looks like he wanted to throw it. Ricebirds had his intended receiver well covered. This is going to be maybe a loss of about a half a yard on the player. We'll say no gain. And it's going to bring up now
third
down and 5.
Yeah, Cade Coates read that play well, and he was running with the quarterback stride for stride there and didn't let him turn up the field and run with it.
Quarterback has that good little fake where he starts right and then fires back to his left, but, boy, everybody was all over his intended receivers. And the Ricebirds jump off sides, and this should give Heber Springs a first down, or it's going to be close. They really needed just a tick over 5 yards for a first down, so I think it's going to be third down and about a foot.
Yeah, you know, Lynn, and the Ricebirds had been doing so much better with their penalties, you know, prior to tonight, but several little 5-yard penalties tonight mounting up here.
Third down and about a foot to go from the Ricebird 49-yard line. Here comes Heber Springs. Take handoff to Parker on a little speed sweep. Got a first down, turns corner, and more as he gets down inside the Ricebird 40-yard line. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. It's on the far sideline, so we don't have a great view of that.
I think it's right
at the 40. I think you're right, Brent.
It's going to be a gain of 8. And the Panthers are on the move. 3:52 here in the second quarter.
You know, Brent, they've moved the ball pretty well tonight.
Yeah, just a turnover.
They've just turned themselves over, shot themselves in the foot, and, of course, missed a field goal on the last possession, or excuse me, next to last possession.
They're keeping the Ricebirds off balance with their running and their passing game.
They are. Ball's on the far hash mark, empty backfield, 3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback fakes into the line, and he's going to fire out to Parker Brown on the left side. I believe that's Kendrick Hawkins over there, pushes him out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Should be a gain of about 5, or no, let's say 4. Going to mark him out at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of getting a block downfield as well for their receivers.
3:49 to go. Clock stops as the ball goes out of bounds. 3:49 to go in the first half. Stuttgart with a 21-0 lead. Glad to have you joining us tonight for Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 and also on our EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel. Chris Armstrong handling the live stream for us tonight, missing Jonathan Watson. But Chris has got the bit between the teeth and timeout. Heber Springs, so let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Looking for a new job to get you where you need to be? Cross that goal line with ease by contacting Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart. Feel like you're facing a fourth down and long in your job search? Express Employment Professionals can help you get the first down by making your job search easier with no cost to apply or find you a job. If your business is recruiting employees or hiring seasonal workers, don't throw a Hail Mary. Get with Express Employment Professionals and score like never before. Your #1 team is Express Employment Professionals, 1904 South Main, Suite 1 in Stuttgart. Call 870-672-4568 or go to expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, site of tonight's 2-4A conference matchup between the Heber Springs Panthers and the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Stuttgart with a 21-0 lead with 3:49 to go here in the first half. Heber Springs with the ball. 2nd down and 6 from the Ricebird 36-yard line. Xander Lindley, quarterback, back to pass, airs it out long. He's got a man just overthrown. Intended receiver was number 10, Logan Rutledge. And I tell you, Logan had a step on the Ricebird defenders, but just a little bit too much under on the ball from Lindley, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 6 coming up now for the Panthers.
Yeah, a couple steps that time by number 10 there, and he was open, but yeah, the pass just thrown just a little bit too far, and pretty good protection that time by the Panther offensive line.
Panthers with their white pants tonight with red jerseys, bright red helmets. They've got pink socks for, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ricebirds in all white with maroon trim. Xander Lindley takes a snap, rolling to his left, and he's going to be sacked by the Ricebirds all the way back at the 44-yard line.
Cameron Harper came in from his left end spot, and I don't think Xander saw him until it was too late. Yeah, it was too late. And then, boy, he wrapped him up and threw him down for a big loss. And it's going to bring up 4th down now and about 13.
With 3:20, clock moving here in the first half, and likely a punting situation. And the Coach Wood over there is really giving the gentleman in the white hat an earful. I'm not sure what he saw, but it was right in front of him. The sack was right in front of him. Heber Springs initially shows that they're going to go for it now, backing up and setting to punt. And, boy, he doesn't give himself much room to get the punt off. No. Although it's going to be very effective. It hits at about the 20 and then takes a little sideways divot, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And that's where the Ricebirds will have it with 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. And the Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead over the Heber Springs Panthers.
Yeah, let's see what the Ricebirds can do here. This is their 5th possession of the first half. They have 3 touchdowns, and on their last possession, they turned it over on downs. And they have 2:50 left. I believe two timeouts left. Oh, no, one timeout
left.
One
timeout remaining.
Yep, one timeout. So let's see what they can do here.
Matthew Hoskin is the center. He's down over the ball. Deontay Clark at quarterback. He fakes to Hawkins. He's going to keep it himself around the right end. He's got a lot of pursuit out there, and he is going to be brought down on the far side by number 8, Chris Roberts, for the Panthers.
Man, pretty good gain of about 8 as Clark just kept stringing it out there along the far side.
And I tell you, there was good pursuit by the Panthers, but it's just hard to overcome that speed, I'm telling you.
Yep. Pretty good blocking downfield by Cameron Harper.
Want to mention again, great to have Hunter Smith back out there, number 56.
Yes, it is.
He's been
out. He's been out since the second half of the Warren game, the first game of the season.
Here come the Birds. 2nd down and a short 3. Ball's on the far hash mark. Takes, hands off, coming to the near side, and Cedric Hawkins on the carry, and he has got the first down.
Yeah,
he does.
He's got it. He's going to have just enough. He needed 2, got about 2.5.
You know, and he rolled over a defender that was on the ground, and I didn't see him touch the ground.
I know. He might not have either, but
I didn't see
they blew
Cedric
it dead.
touch the ground. Yeah, I know it. I know it, but that was one of those cases where I just thought he might have just kept rolling.
Yep.
Sparky's going to boy, there was a finally they threw the flag. It was at least a horse collar because they really reached out and grabbed him. Deontay Clark into the line, but this should be an additional 15.
Yeah, it's going to be
whether they called it a face mask or a horse collar.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the play as Clark takes it right up the middle, and then it's going to be 15 more.
Personal foul, face mask is what they're going to call, and that will give the Ricebirds a little bit better field position with 1:38 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead would love to add here before half.
Yes, they would. Yep. 1:38. The Ricebirds are out to their 44-yard line.
Ball is toward the near hash mark. Here come the Ricebirds, quickly firing out in the flats. Complete, 45, midfield, still on his feet, and they're trying to strip the ball, and they do strip the ball. I thought they had blown the whistle, but apparently they did not.
Yeah, his forward momentum was definitely stopped there. That was Harper on the reception. It was a gain of about 5.
They're going to back it up to the 47-yard line quickly. Snapping the ball. Deontay, a little room on the right side, putting a little dance move on the defenders, gets the ball into Heber Springs territory. Going to be, I think, about a yard short of a first down, Brent.
Yep.
And quickly, Coach Price goes out and calls timeout with 1:09 to go in the first half. Let's take another quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Hello, this is Kyle Stovison with Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services in Stuttgart. If you're looking to purchase or refinance farm real estate, equipment, cattle, or need capital for your crop operating expenses, we finance it all and share our profits through our patronage program. At Ag Heritage, we have friendly loan officers, competitive rates, and most of all, a lender who provides you with a financing package tailor-made to fit your individual needs. Please contact Kevin Wingfield or myself, Kyle Stovison, in Stuttgart at 870-673-1558. Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services is an equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs for Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. With 2 locations, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Quickly, Deontay Clark fires out. He's got Kendrick Hawkins. Kendrick Hawkins steps over a defender at the 45. He gets a first down for the Ricebirds down to the 38-yard line. First down and 10. For the Birds in Heber Springs territory. Clock rolls under 1 minute to go. Ricebirds out of timeouts. Handoff, Hawkins trying to get the corner on the right side and going to get tripped up. Nice job out there again by, I believe, number 15 from his linebacker position, Keenan Sneed.
Several tackles tonight by number 15. He's doing a heck of a job.
He is. Ball's on the far hash mark. Clock moving. 38, 37, 36. Handoff over the left side into the line. Not much there. Bird's going to have to hustle back up to the line.
It's going to be close to the first down marker.
And Coach Price calls timeout. I thought the Ricebirds were out of timeout.
Well, I guess they signaled one wrong because they had 2 on the board for Stuttgart, and I thought it was 1. So they must have signaled one for Stuttgart that was actually for Heber. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Gain of we'll give him about 5 on that play for Clark.
And the ball's going to be at the Heber Springs 29-yard line. And you'd like to think they would like about 15 yards for a comfortable field goal attempt for Hossman. That would put it somewhere around a 30-yard attempt or maybe a little bit longer.
Now, would you try to put it in the air here, knowing that you could still go for it on 4th down? Maybe. Probably not, but it's a possibility.
All right, let's see what Coach Price has dialed up. He's going to hand off into the line. First down inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line.
4 yards for Hawkins.
That will stop the clock while they set the chains. Now they started 20 seconds and spiking it. Great job by Sparky Clark to spike it. And the Ricebirds now be looking at 2nd down and 10.
18 seconds left.
From the 24-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers. Ricebirds with 2 wideouts to the left. Slot on the right is Jake Hayes. Back to pass, going to air it out long toward the goal line, and it's going to be batted down. Nice job, intended for Kendrick Hawkins, but nice job by number 4, Easton Cusick, with 12 seconds to go, and the Ricebirds can try that one more time.
Yeah, 2 Panthers down there that time, and Cusick batted it down. He could have
picked it. Yeah,
caught it there, but good coverage that time on the pass to Kendrick Hawkins. 12 seconds left here, so the Ricebirds have potentially a couple of plays left.
My guess is Cusick was certainly coached to always bat it down, a situation like that. How many times have you seen him try to go for a pick and ends up being a completion?
Right.
Here come the Ricebirds now on 3rd down and 10. Clark takes a snap, rolling to his left, now fires back. He's got a man wide open on the far sideline, breaks a tackle at the 15, still on his feet, 10, 5, and the Ricebirds have to hustle,
Well, the clock, there should have been some more time on the clock, but they ran a couple. He's not going to be able to spike it. There's 0.7 left. Just run the play. Why don't we, well, they didn't start the clock.
He spikes it.
No, we should have just ran the play, and now the time ran out. Yeah, see, there was 0.7 left on the clock. You can't spike it with 0.7. Now, I thought that there should have been at least 1 or 2 seconds on the clock, because the clock should have stopped on the first down, and it didn't.
And the officials are conferring, and
They're not going to put any more time on the clock, I don't think. Well, let's see. I don't think
And they're
so.
pointing to halftime.
Yeah.
So the Ricebirds go into the locker room, giving up the ball at about, the 2-yard line?
I think so, yeah.
They got it down close and just couldn't quite get it into the end zone. But the Ricebirds lead 21-0 here as we head into the Southern Bancorp halftime show. We've got the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band already making their way out onto the field here at Heber Springs. So we'll talk about the band when we come back from our break. But right now we're getting set for the Southern Bancorp halftime show from Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers by a score of 21-0. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Duck season is just around the corner, and it's time to get your boat ready at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Daihatsu and Yamaha outboards are in stock now, and new War Eagle boats are arriving all the time. Financing is also available with quick approval in just 15 minutes. Whether you're in need of a new boat, a new motor, or just need a tune-up, come see our certified marine techs at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. We'll get you ready for that next great duck hunt at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart and online at maxpw.com. The hunt begins here.
Security, safety, what are they worth to you? And most importantly, your family. Konechny Insurance Services can help you with your life, health, and Medicare needs. I'm Kelsey Konechny, and we are ready to help you talk insurance. We are here to answer and assist you with all your insurance questions and needs. Call Konechny Insurance Services 673-9249 or stop by our offices at 102 West 7th Street in Stuttgart. Konechny Insurance Services, family owned and operated.
Through November 14th, get up to a $70 Visa reward by mail-in or online rebate when you buy a set of 4 qualifying Cooper tires at Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart. When you purchase a set of 4 new select Cooper brand tires, you could receive up to a $70 Visa reward. So go see the tire experts at Blue Seal Petroleum before November 14th. Fall savings on Cooper tires right now at Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt and South Park Avenue in Stuttgart.
Petros Auto Group is a proud supporter of the Stuttgart Ricebirds. This fall, while heading out to the game, arrive in style in a new truck or SUV from Petros. Wanting a 2023? Then now's the time to stop in and place your custom order on your new vehicle. With 2 locations in Stuttgart, Petros Auto Sales and Petros Chevrolet Buick GMC. We're proud to be your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet Buick, and GMC dealer on the Grand Prairie.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus in downtown Stuttgart's huge anniversary sale is going on right now. Save on everything in the store. Freemeyer's is celebrating 44 years in the same location and 52 years on Main Street with store-wide anniversary savings to October 31st. Washers, $4.99. Dryers, $4.99. Apartment refrigerators, $4.99. Queen mattress sets, including box springs, $4.99. And Lazy Boy recliners, only $3.99. Plus additional savings store-wide. The anniversary sale ends October 31st at Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you need it. How about a hot shower? It's amazing how important the little things really are in these situations. At Durden's in Stuttgart, we like to help make the little things easier. That's why we're now your local authorized Generac dealer, and that's important too, because not all companies can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator, but Durden's can. Let's face it, a generator is a big investment. Keep it ready to run correctly so you're not left in the dark when the next storm or outage happens. Call us today at 673-1356 for home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. You can also request service for your generator online at durdeninc.com/schedule. Let's skip the cold showers and save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960. Muck boots are ready to take on any job while keeping you protected. And you'll find original Muck boots at U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt, along with comfortable, stylish, and tough Twisted X footwear. Check out these two great lines of boots and shoes, including 100% weatherproof designs today at U.S. Irrigation. Original Muck boots and Twisted X footwear. U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart and in DeWitt at 550 Highway 165 north. Call 673-2830 or 946-4116.
Farmers and Merchants Bank is adding more convenient banking across Arkansas. The MVP Center in DeWitt is now open on Whitehead Drive, and there are two in Stuttgart, one on Maple behind the main bank and one on the corner of North Main and Michigan. These are interactive teller machines with on-screen tellers serving you 7 to 7 Monday through Friday and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Go to mebanking.com to locate more MVP centers as you travel across the state from Jonesboro to the Bank of Fayetteville. Always finding a better way at Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
And a brighter day up ahead.
Did you know since 1907, Lane, Arkansas has been providing water services to cities, industries, and farmers, not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Lane, Arkansas provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs water wells, and installs underground pipes. Lane, Arkansas also has an in-house machine shop prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with a complete parts department open to the public. So for all your water service needs, contact Lane, Arkansas first. Call 870-673-1591. Lane, Arkansas, a division of Lane Christensen Company.
And we welcome you to the Southern Bancorp halftime show tonight from Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, site of tonight's 2-4A conference matchup between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Heber Springs Panthers. And the Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead here at the half, and disappointing ending to the first half as the Ricebirds ended up with the ball at about the 2-yard line of Heber Springs with 0.7 seconds on the clock. And, of course, as Brent mentioned at the time, felt like might have been a little bit more time on that, but you're not going to get that on the road for sure. The clock keeper is obviously – I'm not saying he's done anything wrong, but we felt like there probably should have been.
Hey, I used to run the clock at Stuttgart. I know how it goes.
Yeah, so. There you go. Well, we'll just kind of leave it at that. And the Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead here at the half. Enjoying watching the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band as they are performing for the home crowd. And this is a little bit of an unusual place that we travel, Brent and I travel, because we're actually on the visitor side, which used to be the home side. They've got a small press box over here that used to be the only press box in the facility. And then when their popularity of football began to grow, they added a bigger section of stands on the other side and made what was the home side, the visitor side, and they just left this smaller press box over here. Now, I have been in this press box when it was the only one, and it was one of the nights where the statewide radio was here. Yeah. You had television here.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
And we broadcast just outside the door. We were actually sitting in the stands, broadcasting just outside the doorway because this used to be a Class 2A school.
Right.
And the facilities were built as Class 2A. We've run into that several other places we've gone. Clinton comes to mind. Mayflower's another place that we've been that was a very, very small facility. So we kind of adapt wherever we go as far as that goes. But as we sit right now, we're the only ones in this little press box on this side. And I will say the windows haven't been washed since this was
you were
the
here,
home field.
Right, you were right, a long time ago.
You know, and we are looking out through there. Of course, we also have light on in here as well, which gives us a little bit of reflection off of it. And then on top of that, and we mentioned this in the opening as well, this field is unusual to me, and I've seen this on several other college fields that come to mind as well, but this field shines. It really reflects the light off of the lights here at the stadium, and makes it a little bit difficult seeing some of the individual yard markers and so forth there as well, but it almost gives it the appearance that it might be worn. It is one of the older fields, but I think it's just a different kind of field turf.
I think
here.
so. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, especially on the far side, there's a huge glare over there for sure, and it's definitely hard to see the hash marks.
And the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band makes their way to the near side here, to the delight of the visitors, which are the Stuttgart Ricebird fans. And for those of you that are watching on our EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebirds YouTube channel, you can see the Ricebird Marching Band concluding their performance here with the fight song. Ricebird Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Kevin Sherman, Miss Shannon Hudgens, and looking great as well. I love their routine that they do, Brent. We've talked about this the last few weeks, but kind of has a little Michael Jackson thriller in there as well, and a lot of theatrics as well. And I believe this coming week, if I'm not mistaken, the Ricebirds go to regional marching assessment with a shot to go to the state marching assessment. So we'll certainly wish them the best this coming week, as they have really been working hard these last few weeks to put a great product out there and certainly represent Stuttgart very well, and we appreciate them and the efforts that they have done. I want to mention who the members of the senior high band are, starting with the ninth graders. That's Riley Carr, Brody Collins, Heather Evans, Mackenzie Griffin, Desiree Harrison, Gwen Hogan, Caitlin James, Kaylin Lindsay, Kaylee Logsden, and Callie McCurley, Jeremiah O'Neill, Journey O'Neill, Scalaire Ortega, Christiana Owens, Samuel Patton, Stephanie Riviera, Jasmine Shelton, Jalen Shelton, Kaylee Smith, Jacob Warren, Baylor Watson, and Ariana White. Our 10th graders are Aiden Adkins, Reagan Burkle, Diana Bubarella, Persia Campbell, Braden Cook, Zakiah Jeans, Elena Hobson, Danielle Mason, Claire McIntyre, Angel Moreno, Serenity Racy, Elliot Serrano, Shantiana Terry. Our 11th graders are TJ Beard, Kiki Caldwell, McLean Durden, Bailey Duncan, Sky Fitzpatrick, Kinsey Gibson, Jadacia McMillan, Madden Ramirez, Jonathan Roberts, Narcisco Trulio, and Ashlyn Warwick. And our 4 seniors are Eric Beals, Jeff Henson, Parker Millard, and Carrington Thompson. Those are your Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band members. Also want to mention who our varsity cheerleaders are again tonight. For 2022-2023, your varsity cheerleaders consist of sophomores Anna Kate Bullock, Dawson Freemeyer, Molly Maynard, Emily McKinney. Juniors are Madison Brady, Kennedy Brewer, Sydney Crawford, Lita Hing, Devin Mack, Addison McCrae, Lauren Robbins, and Winnie White. And our seniors are Gracie Herring, Caroline Hoskin, Leighton Koenig, Blakely Stovison. And your captains are junior J.C. Houghton and senior Connolly Coker. They are the Stuttgart varsity cheerleaders and also the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band, providing a lot of spirit every Friday night at halftime. And speaking of spirit, the Heber Springs Panthers are doing what is coming up at Stuttgart here, I believe, next week for the junior high game, and that is they've got all the little bitty cheerleaders out there making their way out onto the field with the senior high cheerleaders. Talked to Miss Laura Serrani, who is the cheer coach at Stuttgart, last night during the junior high game, and she told me, I think she said, there are 130 of them.
Wow. Yeah, you know, I thought they had a lot here tonight, but 130 is quite a bit more than that.
Yes, it is. Last year they were lined up, I think I'm right in remembering, like from the 20 to the 20.
Wow.
And what we call baby birds. And that is coming up at the Thursday night game where the Ricebird junior high team plays Lone Oaks junior high team, and they'll have all of those little cheerleaders out there. And they do it again during basketball season, Brent. And I tell you, they fill the court up.
Oh, I bet they do. No doubt about that.
And let me tell you something else they fill up. They fill up the stands.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Because there are lots of mamas and daddies and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and neighbors and just brothers and sisters. And
that's right.
Let me tell you, it is a great gate of the night that we have all the Baby Bird cheerleaders out there. And tonight is Heber Springs version of that. And like Brent mentioned, there's a lot of them out there, but there's not nearly 130 of them out there. So look forward to, folks, an opportunity to see your Stuttgart Junior High Ricebirds next Thursday night. Will be your last home game of the year. And let me tell you what, that junior high squad, they're something special.
Yeah. You know, I wish I would have gotten to see them this year. You know, just can't make it down there on Thursday night. But, boy, you know, just reading, you know, the newspaper articles and seeing some highlights and stuff on the social media, yeah, they seem to have it. They seem to have it going this year.
They really do. A great line play, great special teams play, great skill players. I mean, they are the whole package. And last night, they got tested last night for one of the few times this year. Undefeated Heber Springs team came to Stuttgart last night, and the Ricebirds won by 1 point. They knocked down a 2-point conversion attempt by Heber Springs with 10 seconds to go in the game to preserve the win, a game that the Ricebirds had led from start to finish. But Heber Springs stayed in the game and kept it close, and the Ricebirds came away with a 33-32 win. And then also big win for the 7th graders as well, as they are continued undefeated, 16-6 last night over a good little Heber Springs squad there in 7th grade action as well. So senior high Ricebirds tonight, Brent, trying to complete the sweep.
That's right. Trying to go 3-0 against the Panthers this year. And you know, we talked about it a lot in the pregame how, you know, the Birds have kind of struggled on the road, you know, and especially coming here to Heber, they've kind of struggled. But I think Coach Price has got to be pretty pleased with the first half tonight.
I think so. Obviously, still, you know, Brent, with some coaching things with the penalties,
right.
and obviously still a few things to kind of fine-tune on clock management as well.
Yeah.
Although I will say it's hard to fuss about the Ricebirds' clock management this year because they've really done a good job.
Yeah, they have, you know, and especially with Clark, you know, not being the quarterback for the whole year either. You know, he played well. He's got one nice touchdown pass tonight. Yeah, he played well, and you know, Heber has kind of picked up a few yards here and there, but the Birds have came up with 2 big turnovers tonight too.
Yep, they sure have, and the Ricebirds lead it by a score of 21-0 here at the half. Taking a look at the scoring summary for the first half, the Ricebirds took the opening kickoff and had some key runs by Deontay Clark to get them into scoring position, and Cedric Hawkins takes it the final 2 yards at 8:17 mark of the first quarter, and the Ricebirds led 7-0 after Jack Hossman's PAT. Then, with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, Deontay Clark to Contavian Daniels, 21 yards, a perfect pass catch right into the corner of the pylon going into the end zone, and the Ricebirds led 14-0 after the Hossman's PAT. Perfectly thrown ball and catch, Brent.
Yeah, could not have been executed any more well. A perfect spiral led Daniels right there to the corner, and a fantastic catch by Daniels, and a pretty good coverage by the Panthers, but the Ricebirds just executed just a little bit better.
They sure did. And then talking about excellent execution, how about an 80-yard touchdown run from Cedric Hawkins, just basically right up the middle.
Yeah, right up the middle, and he was bumped, I think, a couple times when he came through the line, but then once he broke through that line, nobody touched him, and he just ran away from everybody.
Hossman's PAT set the mark at 21-0. Then the Ricebirds put on a furious rally just before the end of the first half. Thought they had an opportunity to get the ball into the end zone or at least get a field goal opportunity, but the clock just ran out on them, and they leave the ball at about the 2-yard line as time expired. Thought there might be a little conversation about putting a second or two back on the clock, but the officials, as you mentioned at the time, Brent, they're not going to do that here, and that was the case. And we go into the halftime with the Ricebirds leading 21-0. Brent, let's take a look at the stats from the first half of tonight's ball game as well.
All right, starting off for the Heber Springs Panthers, they are led on the ground by number 27, Parker Brown, 8 carries for 33 yards. Dalton Yancey has 1 carry for 3. Quarterback Xander Lindley has 4 for 22 yards. Through the air, Lindley is 6 out of 10 for 46 yards with 1 interception. They are led on the receiving side by Easton Cusick with 3 catches for 20 yards, 58 on the ground, only 46 through the air, 104 for the Heber Springs Panthers. The Stuttgart Ricebirds picking up big yardage again tonight by Cedric Hawkins on the ground, 10 carries, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Higgins has 2 carries for 11 yards. Deontay Clark has 14 carries for 88 yards through the air. It was a pretty good first half for Clark. He was 4 out of 6 for 69 yards and 1 touchdown. Contavious Daniels has 1 catch for 21, and that was the touchdown. Cameron Harper 1 for 5. Kendrick Hawkins 1 for 10. Cedric Hawkins 1 for 33. That's 218 on the ground, 69 through the air, 287 total yards to the Ricebirds to only 104 for the Heber Springs Panthers. So, you know, it kind of seemed like Heber was moving the ball up and down the field, but, you know, with those big turnovers there, you know, for the defense, kept them right off the scoreboard.
It did, and again, they've got some outstanding talent too. Parker Brown, hey, and how about Sneed on defense? I'm telling you, he's a hoss.
Several tackles tonight, cutting down Cedric Hawkins on what plays, you know, are usually, you know, 10 or 15-yard gains. He's playing outstanding from his middle linebacker spot.
He sure has, and has really kept Heber Springs in the ball game here tonight. We got a good one. The Stuttgart Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead here at the half, and Heber Springs will get the ball as we come out in the second half. So let's take a break here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. And when we come back, we'll try to gather some scores from around the area and some other scores of interest to Ricebird listeners. And we'll also wrap up our look back at the first half, and we'll have that and more as we continue on the Southern Bancorp halftime show from Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Ricebirds lead the Panthers by a score of 21-0. We're back in 4 minutes.
Looking for a new job to get you where you need to be? Cross that goal line with ease by contacting Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart. Feel like you're facing a 4th down and long in your job search? Express Employment Professionals can help you get the first down by making your job search easier with no cost to apply or find you a job. If your business is recruiting employees or hiring seasonal workers, don't throw a Hail Mary. Get with Express Employment Professionals and score like never before. Your #1 team is Express Employment Professionals, 1904 South Main, Suite 1 in Stuttgart. Call 870-672-4568 or go to expresspros.com.
Whether you're buying your first home or you're a seasoned buyer, it's good to work with someone who knows what they're doing. Sandra Brothers at Brothers Realty will walk you through the process of buying and selling real estate step by step, from credit and loan applications to handing you the keys, personal attention, and professional service. Count on Brothers Realty for your next move. Call Sandra Brothers at 870-659-4218. Visit brothers-realty.com or browse listings at Brothers Realty on Facebook and Instagram.
Shop Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart for all your favorite deer hunting gear and products. Get a 50-pound bag of deer corn for only $9.99. Select Sitka is on sale for 20 to 40% off. Max has a Big Game Hunter HD 1.5 ladder stand for only $149.99. And the Antler Shed Extreme Guide 4x6 blind is yours for $2,200. We also have tons of rifle ammo in stock. Make sure you're ready when that big one steps out. So load up at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart and online at maxpw.com. The hunt begins here.
The main hub on South Main in Stuttgart is the place to go for nutritious meal replacement protein shakes and delicious energy teas, including favorites like the Ricebird Stomp, the Hub, and the Bobo. Teas to go to make at home are also available. The main hub has healthy protein waffles made to order and tasty donuts in classic flavors like banana nut bread, strawberry cheesecake, and everyone's favorite, chocolate chip. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 4:30, and Saturday, 10 to 2. The main hub, 324 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Call 870-456-2997 to order and follow the main hub on Facebook.
Baptist Health Medical Center Stuttgart is here to provide the care you need to keep you and your family growing strong. With services like cardiology, orthopedics, and women's health, we provide safe, expert care from the state's largest, most comprehensive health system. With advanced technology and an ER staffed by highly qualified and dedicated providers, we provide the rapid care you and your family can count on when it counts the most. Comprehensive services, knowledgeable caregivers, state-of-the-art technology, caring environment, Christian compassion. Baptist Health is here to provide amazing care. To learn more, visit baptist-health.com.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production in bushels. Contact your local Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart knows you have a demanding schedule and need to make the very most of your time. Sometimes a complex world demands a simple solution. Case in point, the new Power Star tractor from New Holland. With up to 100 PTO horsepower on tap, there's virtually no job a Power Star premium utility tractor can't handle. Mow, grade, bale, stack, load. Prairie Implement Company invites you to experience the greater ease provided by 64 to 117 horsepower engines, a spacious Vision View cab, and your choice of two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. For supreme convenience, New Holland's Command Art console in each Power Star tractor puts frequently used controls in one place, increasing your productivity. Work with greater power and utility in a new Power Star tractor. Stop by Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart today to learn more.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where they have an extended halftime here tonight. They had a special presentation that they had to do tonight, and then, of course, all the little cheerleaders were out there for their performance as well. Now their marching band is performing, and we had been told earlier in the week that it would be an extended halftime, so it gives us a little extra time to talk a little bit about the 2-4A conference, Brent. And, of course, now we're into the second half of the conference, and we got 3 games to go, including the game tonight. And it looks like Harding Academy is pretty well wrapped up the number 1 seed. They're undefeated, and they have beaten both Stuttgart and Lone Oak. So they are 3-0 overall, 3-0 in conference, 6-0 overall. Then Lone Oak 3-1 coming into tonight's game, and 5-2 overall. Really in a log jam there with the Ricebirds that are 2-1. And 5-2 overall. Then you've really got you got 4 teams in, all still in the struggle for a playoff spot. Brent, you got Heber Springs coming into tonight 1-2. Boy, a win would be huge for them. Ball Knob 1-2. Cave City and Riverview both 1-3. So may get down to some points and some tiebreakers when it gets down to the end of this, but there's only going to be 2 teams out of the conference that don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right. 7 teams in the conference, 5 make the playoffs. Yeah, and it will definitely come down to the final week of conference play. And, yeah, it could be some tiebreakers and tiebreaker points and all that involved. But, the Ricebirds taking care of business so far tonight here in the first half. And if Lone Oak follows through tonight at Ball Knob, that will set up that showdown next week for that 2nd and 3rd seed, with the winner being 2nd, the loser being 3rd. Now, both of those teams would get first-round home games, so, it's not that big of a deal either way, really. But the 2nd seed, were they to win their first-round game, would more than likely get a second-round date at Warren, and that's where Stuttgart's season has ended for, a couple seasons now.
And that'd mean another dadgum trip to Warren, wouldn't
it? Yes, it would. And we have a trip to Warren for the first game next year, I'm pretty sure as well.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Well, we do. So we spent a lot of time in Warren.
We have.
But that is certainly on the radar. There's no question about that. Also, I've had some people tell me that it looks like maybe a 3 seed might be a little more favorable draw than a 2 seed.
Well, it may be as far as the second round game goes, but you would have a tougher first round game.
Yes,
you would, because it's looking like it'd probably be Ashdown maybe out of the 7-4A conference, and that is a talented team.
Yes, it is. You know, Brent, and they started off the season as one of the top 2 or 3 teams, depending on the poll you looked at, and they stayed that way for the first 3 or 4 games of the season. So
lost a big rivalry game last week against Nashville. I think they had like a couple touchdown lead on Nashville in the first half, and then Nashville came back and beat them. Nashville usually wins that game, but it's usually a close game either way, and that game was probably for the 3rd and 4th seed in the 7-4A.
And the interesting thing about Nashville, too, their quarterback is the son of a former Ricebird head coach.
Yes, that's right.
Vince Perrin.
Vince Perrin's son, and he's doing very well down there.
Yep.
You know, when I was looking at that as well, as that was a possible Stuttgart matchup, and I don't think we've ever played them at Stuttgart.
I don't think we have either. I know we played them once
there.
down there in the playoffs, and just the wildest shootout I believe I've ever seen.
Yeah, was it 60-something to 40-something?
Yeah,
something like that.
It was, and the most memorable thing about that game to me, Brent, and it ended up with a happy ending, was the official that went down with a heart attack in the center of the field out there, and I mean they were beating on his chest out in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I was listening to you and Scott call that game. Just wild.
Yeah, it really was, and. My son Bobby was with the band that night, and they carried him to the ambulance, and from the field straight to the ambulance. And my son said to walk right by him, and they were beating on his chest as they went by. So, and as it turned out, he did. Obviously, he survived. Went on, had some heart surgery, and he was an official from Fort Smith. And I don't remember what his name was, but anyway, ended up being happy, and he ended up being okay. But certainly a scary moment in that playoff game.
What round was that of the playoffs? Was that, I don't remember. I know that was a long time ago, but I do remember.
I think, and I don't have my history.
I don't think it was first round, was it?
I'm
thinking maybe second round.
That it was either, but it was.
Yeah, that was a long.
Wow.
And that was a long trip for y'all.
That was a long trip, and I'll tell you one other memorable thing about that too. And obviously, you can tell we've got plenty of time here. We're talking about stuff like this. That was the stinkingest stadium I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, that is chicken farmer country down there. My wife's mother's family is from Nashville. I mean, so we get down there from time to time still. Yeah, not much down there, but some cows and some chickens and some good football teams though.
Yeah,
no doubt. And a fantastic stadium they have.
Yeah,
the facilities are really, really nice.
On the home side.
Yes, on the home side, correct.
Yes, it was. But that was an interesting night with several memorable things, and you've got my curiosity aroused with what round that was. I'll look that up this week, Brent, and we'll talk about that.
I stopped him,
everybody. You did. You sure did. Well, it looks like halftime is going to come to an end here at Panther Stadium in Heber Springs. And we sure thank you for listening to the Southern Bancorp Halftime Show. Southern Bancorp, with flexible lending, customized accounts, and financial development services aimed at helping out you and your family on the path to economic opportunity. They are wealth builders for everyone. An interesting website address as well, even though the bank's name is Southern Bancorp. It's banksouthern.com, and go look that up, banksouthern.com. They've got some great stories on their website, and they sponsor our halftime show, and we appreciate them. Jack Hossman kicks off for the Ricebirds, and it's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line. Now moving back across to the far side of the field. Great open field tackle by Kamarion Pickett.
It sure was.
To bring the return man down just as he crosses the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he got away from Johnny Howard at about the 17, but boy, Pickett was right there and drug him down. A fantastic one-on-one tackle, and the Panthers will start out at their own 21.
Southern Bancorp, 2 locations in Stuttgart, 620 East 22nd Street, and for our friends at DeWitt, 220 West Cross. Southern Bancorp, sponsor of our halftime show, and it was a dandy here tonight. Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers by a score of 21-0 as we start the second half of action. Heber Springs with the ball from their own 20-yard line. Quarterback fires, and it is complete. In the backfield, but then he turns it up on the far side, and he's going to move the ball out. Let's see, about a gain of close to 5, Brent?
Yes,
is that about right?
Yeah, 5. That was number 4, Easton Cusick. That's his 4th catch of the night for 25 yards. He had a gain of about 5.5 maybe on first down.
My old buddy Carl Humphrey sent us a note, said we sound good. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. Dave McCullum also. Bonnie and Dwayne Davis up in Rogers listening. We appreciate them so much in supporting Stuttgart Ricebirds. Even after they've moved away from the area, we sure appreciate them following the Birds. A little double inside reverse, and the Ricebirds, would you say they were ready for that, Brent?
They were all over that. Jacob Hayes, Cameron Harper, and there's another Ricebird. They're getting him off the pile.
Dalton Yancey was the ball carrier.
Ryan Kazire, it was the other one. And that actually goes as a pass if I'm
It does, because
correct.
it was a forward.
Yes, it was a forward one, but it's going to be a loss of about 3.
Moves it back, sets up a big 3rd down and 8 for the Ricebird defense. Boy, you'd love to get Heber Springs off the field with a 3 and out. Here's a good opportunity. Ricebird defense digs in. Heber Springs with everybody in tight. Slots on each side. Quarterback calling signal, straight back to pass, looking, getting some pressure, being chased out of the pocket to the right, and he throws it away. But the Ricebirds had him wrapped up back at the 15-yard line, going out of bounds. But I do think they're going to give him the incompletion.
I think they are too. He was wrapped up, but luckily he was hit on his right side, and he's a left-handed quarterback, so he still had that arm free and was just able to get rid of it.
4th down and 8 for Heber Springs. They still show offense. 3 wide outs to the right. Now they step back into punt formation.
Kendrick Hawkins goes
standing back at the 14, a little knuckleball.
Not Cedric Hawkins.
Cedric is going to pick it up at the 36. Breaks a tackle across the 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, and down at the 39-yard line. Cedric Hawkins sets the Ricebirds up. And how about that Bird defense, a 3 and out on Heber Springs to start the second half.
That's exactly what you wanted right there. Great penetration by the Ricebird defense on 2 of those plays. Pushed back the Panthers there and forced a 3 and out. So, yeah, the Ricebirds are in business here at the 40, just underway in the 3rd quarter, and a 3-touchdown lead.
And the ball at the 40-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers. We're glad to have you joining us tonight for Ricebird football here on Country 97.3 FM. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Chris Armstrong manning our live stream camera on our EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebirds YouTube channel. Birds with the ball, 1st down and 10. Over the right side, running room, hard run down across the 35 to the 34. And let's see.
It's about 5 yards for Hawkins around the right side. As he has 11 carries now, that puts him up to 124 yards.
Good night already for him. Of course, 80 of that was a touchdown run back in the 2nd quarter. Here come the Birds now on 2nd down and a long 4. Ball's on the far hash mark. Birds moving from the right to left. Handoff, running room, 30, 25, down to the 22-yard line.
A.J. Higgins, Lynn, you get a fresh A.J. Higgins in there when they're looking for Hawkins, and, boy, he just gashed them right over the left side.
Down to the 22-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Ricebirds. Birds in all white with maroon helmets, maroon numbers. Heber Springs Panthers in white jerseys and helmets with red jerseys and helmets with white pants and pink socks. Birds, Higgins again. Boy, he just bounces off defenders and powers his way down to the 20-yard line. What a hard run for a couple of yards. A.J. Higgins.
Yeah, just a gain of 2, but, boy, he bounced off that first tackler and
he punished that defender.
He did, and then fell forward for that extra yard.
Birds break the huddle to the line. Matthew Hoskin over the ball at center. Deontay Clark fakes to Higgins, keeps it over the left side, running room, 15-10, down to the 8, 1st and goal coming up for the Ricebirds. Oh, and he's disgusted with himself that he didn't take that one into the end zone, but a nice play defensively by number 10, Logan Rutledge for Heber Springs, saved a touchdown.
Deontay was eyeing that end zone there, just got tripped up, and he is now at the 100-yard mark tonight on 15 carries.
Jack Hossman will be split wide to the right.
It's like Rabenek and Hawkins. Low snap.
And Deontay's in trouble. Oh, I tell you, he took a vicious hit to the head.
He did.
But he hops up. I tell you, he got his noggin popped.
He did. He kind of bobbled the snap and then picked it up and kind of wheeled his way back around here. It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play. Jack Hossman comes off now with a little injury, maybe.
Kind of favoring his
shoulder
a little bit,
yeah.
or that could very well be shoulder when they hold that arm like that.
Shoulder or an elbow, maybe.
All right, here come the Ricebirds. Second down, goal to go from just outside the 10. Clark back to pass, looking, rolling to his right. He fires toward the corner by the end zone and incomplete. It's going to bring up now third down and goal to go for the Ricebirds. That's as far from Brent and I's position as you can be on this field. That's where that ball went.
That is. And with when they only have two light poles on either side, and those corners of the end zone are kind of dark.
Yeah,
down
they
there.
really are, no doubt. No doubt about it.
8:36 left to go here in the third quarter. Third down and goal from the 12. From the 11, I think, for the Ricebirds.
It is on the 11. Clark at quarterback with Higgins to his left. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, getting some pressure. He's got to do something with it. He cuts back up into the line, and inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line goes Deontay Clark. I think they're going to say maybe the 7-yard line.
Just got tripped up as he was trying to make it back toward the middle of the field, but it's going to bring on Jack Hossman and a field goal attempt.
Holding will be number 21, Elliott Boyd. And this is going to come from the far hash mark. The ball is going to be placed down at the 14, a 24-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, plenty long, and it is good. Jack Hossman adds 3 to the total. The Ricebirds lead 24-0 with 7:54 to go in the third quarter. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
And we welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 24-0. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. And, hey, with these little cold snaps that we've been having, it could turn on your tire pressure monitor light in your vehicle. So certainly don't discount that. You need to make sure that your tire pressures are up, because cool weather will create low air pressure in your tires, and that affects fuel economy and safety. Just a little word from your friends at Petrus Auto Sales and Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC. And if you think you need tires, come on by. They'll help you out. Jack Hossman kicks off, and it's going to be picked up and then bobbled back at the 16-yard line, and the Ricebirds are going to converge before he gets much past the 20. And that's where Heber Springs will have it. First down and 10, second possession here of the second half.
Yeah, they're going to start it right where they started their last possession, right at the right at the 20 here. They actually move it back to the 20. A good advice about those tires, Lynn. I actually aired up mine this week as they were cold air to have them go down just a little bit.
You have that little cold snap, and it'll turn that light on and frightens a lot of people. And sometimes it may not be just a few pounds, but it won't go back up. You need to put some air in it, and for safety's sake and fuel economy as well. Handoff over the left side, or pitch back over the left side, getting out across the 25 to about 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was
a nice gain on first down.
A gain of 8 for Parker Brown. 9 carries, 41 yards for Brown.
And if you're concerned about your tires, and just swing by either one of the Petrus locations. They'll be glad to check it for you, make sure that you're okay. And if you do need tires, they'll help you out with that as well. Alignments, anything you need. The gang at Petrus will take care of it. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird football. Heber Springs quarterback Lindley back to pass. Fires, got his man complete at the 25 across 30. Running room, first down. And looking at a couple of the Ricebird coaches got their hands up in the air like, what are you thinking? Don't know that that's what they were saying, but that's what it looked like anyway. And here we go, first down and 10, Heber Springs at their own 41-yard line.
Gain of 12 on that play.
Coach Price is coaching out there on the field. And here we go, first down and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers trail the Ricebirds 24-0, 6:41 to go here in the third quarter. Big 2-4A conference matchup. Handoff into the line, little running room. Cutting to the near side now, across midfield. Ricebird territory still on his feet. Finally going to be drugged down at the Ricebird 27-yard line. What a good hard run by little number 27, Parker Brown. If I say little, he's not little. He is fast as lightning. And he gets a first down in Ricebird territory.
Yeah, he has been the workhorse tonight for the Panthers. 10 carries tonight for him.
5'11", 165 pounds. Xander Lindley, quarterback, shotgun formation, sends Brown in motion. Hands to him on a speed sweep, hunting for the corner on the left side, and does turn the corner, gets inside the Ricebird 20. He's got the Heber Springs Panthers in the Ricebird red zone.
It's going to be a gain. Let's see where they mark a gain of 9 or 10. I think they're going to check it to see if it's a first down, and it is.
5:50 to go here. Clock moving, third quarter. Ricebirds with a 24-0 lead. All the scoring in the second half was Jack Hossman's 24-yard field goal. 7:54 to go. Lindley, quarterback, takes a snap, just going to keep it right into the line, and he gets inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Ricebird defensive line smothers him at that point.
Gain of 4. This is a much improved Heber Springs team, Lynn, from what we've seen the last 2 years.
Yeah, Ricebirds won this game 42-0 a year ago. I believe that was the score at half, Brent.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and I know the record might not show it, but it is a much improved team.
And they're going to continue to get better, too. That great junior high team was undefeated coming into Stuttgart last night. Handoff into the line, the quarterback keeps it himself and might have should have handed off. He runs right into the meat of the Ricebirds defense, led by Cameron Harper.
It's maybe a yard, maybe half a yard, not much there. Yeah, Cameron Harper was right there.
Also, Xavier Hobbs sets up now a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers.
4:30 left in the third quarter. Ricebirds with a 24-0 lead.
Ball's in the center of the field. As they're headed north here from left to right on your radio dial. Now, a lot of movement, a lot of shifting. Quarterback Lindley takes a snap, back to pass, fires across the middle, incomplete. Cade Coates in coverage on Brown.
Yep. I believe that was Nikua Bradley who was bearing down on Lindley, and he kind of short-armed it there, and nobody was there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6 now.
Looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field. They've got a good field goal kicker, but they need touchdowns.
Yeah, they do. 3 points not going to do them much good at this point. And when you're down to the 15-yard line, you probably need to go for it.
Coach Wood digging in his playbook. They've got Parker Brown split wide to the left. Kendrick Hawkins will be on him. Quarterback looks that way. Now he rolls to the right. Now watch him. He'll fires out, incomplete. And the Ricebirds have stopped the Heber Springs drive in the red zone, and they'll take over on downs. First down and 10 for the Ricebirds from the 14-yard line, their own 14-yard line.
Aiden Robinette was getting through there that time on the quarterback, and he got rid of it, but short-hopped it out to his receiver, and a turnover on downs for the Ricebird defense. And the Ricebirds on their last 2 possessions, Lynn, have got it down inside the 10-yard line with only 3 points to show for it. To show for it. So let's see if they can punch it in the end zone here, but they got a long ways to go.
They do. They've got 86 yards to go here. They've got it at the 14, their own 14. Handoff, Hawkins straight up into the line. He breaks to the outside. Midfield, they're not going to catch him.
No,
40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Ricebirds, 86 yards, and I'm looking and I don't see a yellow flag.
I don't either. Yeah, you know, it looked like Cedric had kind of piled up into the line there for a second, but boy, he popped out around the corner.
He did.
And outran everybody. And just as soon as I get it out of my mouth that the Ricebirds have a long ways to go, it sure didn't take them very long, did it? 86 yards for Hawkins, and he had an 86-yard touchdown and an 80-yard touchdown, and I think his night running the ball may be done, yeah. Jack Hosman now on for the PAT. Elliott Boyd with the hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it looks good, and it is.
Ricebirds lead it 31-0 over Heber Springs. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Lower your risk of flu this season with the flu shot. Available now at Coker-Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop's Wellness Center in downtown Stuttgart. Walk in or call ahead 870-673-2691 for an appointment or to schedule a flu clinic for your business. Your best chance at avoiding the flu this season is the flu shot. Get yours today at Coker-Hampton. And if you're over the age of 50, we have the Shingrix vaccine for shingles too. We want you to be healthy with us at Coker-Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop, 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
We welcome you back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just stretched their lead out over Heber Springs 31-0 on an 86-yard touchdown run by Cedric Hawkins. Stuttgart Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Remember, 2 locations for Petrus, 19th and Main for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Now across from Max Prairie Wings, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Here is Hosman's kick, and it's going to be fielded and returned back out just across the 30-yard line. Actually, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds right at the 30-yard line, and that's where Heber Springs will have it. Brent, how demoralizing is it for Heber Springs when you march the ball down the field, you get it into the red zone, you get a couple of tries, you can't put points on the board, and then the very next play.
One play, bam, that's it. Yeah.
86 yards, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead out over Heber Springs.
Yeah, and some of the fans are kind of thinning out along the way as well, as we're under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Checking out here is Tank Hood coming to the near side. Heber Springs now. Alexander Lindley, the quarterback. He starts right and then cuts back left. Fires, got a man complete, but boy, Xavier Hobbs is right there.
Absolutely,
staying
Lynn.
home. And I like that play, Brent, because he starts right and he gets the momentum of the defense coming to the near side, and he just turns around and fires, and his guy is almost always right there. And it's easy for a defender to go with the flow on that. But in this particular case, Xavier, he stayed home.
Yeah, he did. And big number 54 missed his block that time on Hobbs, and Hobbs just kind of stepped inside of him, and stayed at home. And that was number 4, Cusick, and he's the one, I believe, who's down.
He is down on the field. Certainly hope he's going to be okay. He has not moved since he
it looks like they're looking at his leg.
He's got something going on there. Looks like with his left leg, his right leg, he's kind of flailing around there, in his arms he's kind of showing the signs of maybe some discomfort. Certainly hope he's going to be okay. Maybe just something minor here. Looks like they're going to help him up to his feet. And
let's hope it's just a cramp, or maybe just that looks more like maybe a sprain.
Yeah, he's putting just a little bit of weight on it. He's got a lot of help to get off there, but good sign for him to go off mostly on his own power. Number 4, as Brent mentioned, Easton Cusick. Nice reception that time. Of course, Xavier Hobbs was right there to defend it, and he makes his way off to the sideline. And here comes Heber Springs now with 2nd down and 6. Line of scrimmage is their own 34-yard line with 3:30 to go. Now clock starts. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Heber Springs red helmets and jerseys, white pants, pink socks, Ricebirds in all white with maroon trim. Boy, I tell you, the quarterback is going to do all he can, and he gets rid of it.
Oh,
and
the
now
ball's
he puts
loose.
it on the ground, and the Ricebirds scoop it and going to be brought down. Another turnover for Heber Springs. That play was ugly early and often.
Well, I think they were trying to set up a screenplay and let the Ricebirds through. However, they got through there so quick that the screenplay couldn't really get set up. But boy, he did a good job just to get rid of it, and then it was caught and then fumbled, and Julius Gaither comes up with his second turnover of the night right there with the scoop. Wow, what a play.
That was a lot of activity on that play.
It was a lot of action there.
Ricebirds now with an opportunity, 3:02 to go here in the third quarter. Ricebirds with an opportunity maybe to get the mercy rule evoked here.
Yes.
They come to the line with 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass, getting a lot of pressure, and he just throws it away and almost complete to A.J. Higgins.
It was.
Almost complete. Great job by Clark to get rid of it because it was going to be a sizable loss if he was going to be sacked back nearly the 40-yard line, and still almost got it in the hands of A.J. A.J. got his hands on it. He just couldn't haul it in because it was right at his feet.
Yep, not a bad idea to work on some passes here as well.
Absolutely. Kamarion Pickett's going to be a slot on the right. Going to hand to Higgins, coming to the near side, trying to get the corner. Can't do it. Going to be brought down to 29.
Loss of maybe a yard on the play.
It's going to bring up now 3rd down from the 29-yard line of Heber Springs with 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Ricebirds with a 31-0 lead. Deontay Clark brings the Ricebirds to the line. Yep. Matthew Hoskins, the center.
Let's get another pass to number 16 out there.
Everybody stands up. And he's going to move Higgins from the left to the right. Number 12, Kamarion Pickett's a slot on the left. Going to take it and going to run behind Pickett on the left side and get down to about the 26-yard line. That's going to be about it for Deontay. It's going to bring up now 4th down and about 10 yards, maybe just a tick under 10.
Yeah, about 9 maybe.
And let's see, the Ricebirds try a field goal at this point. Let's see.
They are. Jack Hosman is out there, and there's his tee.
This will be a long for
one.
Jack.
Yeah.
This one, the ball will be placed at the 34-yard line. This will be a 44-yard attempt. I believe this will be a long attempt for Jack. Elliott Boyd's holder, good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's not going to get there. It is a little bit short and a little bit wide to the right, so the Ricebirds cannot capitalize on the turnover, and Hosman is not happy about missing that field goal. Let me tell you.
No, I don't. I don't think he hit it well that time. Because he usually kicks it high that time, and that was a little more of a line drive. He might not.
That snap might have been just a little bit high. I think would have been fine on an extra point, but you want everything on a field goal attempt to be absolutely perfect.
Yep.
And he's sitting by himself on the end of the bench like he's like he's in trouble, and he's not. Trust me, I'm telling you, Jack is such a weapon for the Ricebirds, and nobody will look down on him for missing that field goal at all. He joins Cedric Hawkins down there on the bench. Cedric has his right leg up on the bench, and is that ice on it, Brent? I can't tell for sure. Let me put the field glasses on that while we've got a little bit of a break.
It looks like the ice is sitting on the bench more than his knee.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Little pass out into the flats complete as Heber Springs on 1st down and 10. Going to pick up a couple on the pass to, I believe that was number 7.
20, yeah.
Excuse me, Parker Brown.
Parker Brown. It's going to be a gain of about 3.
Jersey got twisted around. I couldn't see that 2 on there.
3. Lynn, I don't. Yeah, that ice may be sitting on his knee, but I tell you what, his last play was that big touchdown run. He certainly.
My knee's sore just watching.
Oh, yeah. So, 210 yards. So, I can.
Yes, sir.
I can understand why his knee may be a little sore.
3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Xander Lindley from about the 22-yard line. Back to pass, looking, getting some pressure, and the Ricebirds getting by the jersey, but he gets rid of it to Brown, and Brown's got running room.
Does.
Holy cow, out across midfield. How in the world did Lindley get rid of that and find Parker, and then Parker wide open gets the Heber Springs Panthers a first down in Ricebird territory.
It's going to be about 30 yards. Yeah, Lindley that time was being pulled down by his jersey, but found Brown out there and got rid of it for a big gain.
First down and 10 for the Panthers from the Stuttgart 46-yard line with 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and I think they're yelling calf rope, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter here.
Yep. They're not going to snap
They're not going to snap it again, so we'll go ahead and we'll take our quarter break. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we're back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute.
Get 20% off any carport, metal building, or garage over 26 feet wide this month at Jimmy's in Stuttgart, Brinkley, Clarendon, and Helena, West Helena. Also save 10% off any Premier portable building on the lot. Through October, save 20% off a new carport, metal building, or garage more than 26 feet wide, and 10% off any on-the-lot Premier portable building at Jimmy's. Call Jimmy's Beers at 870-468-8236 before October 31st to take advantage of these offers. Jimmy's Premier portable buildings and Arkansas carports in Stuttgart, Brinkley, Clarendon, and Helena, West Helena. That's 870-468-8236 and online at shedsofclarendon.com.
Time for an oil change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube.
Off tonight, but look for him back next week. Xander Lindley fires out in the flats. Got a man complete, does a nice job sidestepping a defender. Now Deontay Clark grabs him inside the 35-yard line down to about the 32, and that's going to be good enough for a Heber Springs first down.
Yep, I believe that was Cusick back in the game. Good to see him back in there, gain of about 7.
Yeah, he had one of those that spent a little time flat on his back out there for a little bit, but back up. I'm glad that he's okay. Yep. First down and 10 for Heber Springs from the Stuttgart 31-yard line. 10:50 to go, fourth quarter. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback back to pass, getting some pressure now, just steps up in the pocket, and he's dragging number 27, Johnny Howard, for the Ricebirds, and then gets punished.
Yeah, Ryan Kazire comes up there and finishes him off. A hard hit by Kazire. Yeah, as Johnny was dragging him down, and it's only going to be a gain of about 1. Boy, and he paid for that.
Wow. Second down and 9 coming up for the Panthers. Panthers here in the fourth quarter, moving from the right to the left, which is the north to the south here in Cleburne County. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Single back, Brown standing to the right. They fake to Brown. Quarterback keeps it himself, now cuts it back up into the line, gets inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 22. Let's see where the official places it down. And he's going to end up now third down and about 2 to go for a first down.
Gain of 7 on that play.
Ball's on the far hash mark. It's actually between the 22 and the 23-yard line. So 2 yards to go for Heber Springs as they're getting the play in from Coach Wood. Ball's on the far hash mark. Quarterback, empty backfield, sends a man in motion. Hands to him on a speed sweep, coming to the near side. Looking for some room, and it's just not there.
No,
the Ricebirds are going to bring him down. Xavier Hobbs there for the Ricebirds, along with,
I believe that's Tank
Hood.
Yeah, great job of stringing that play out there that time by Hobbs and Hood. Only gain of maybe a yard, but that is it.
Fourth down now and 1 coming up for the Panthers. 9:20 to go, fourth quarter. Ricebirds with a 31-0 lead. Heber Springs knocking on the door, trying to get the goose egg off the scoreboard.
Timeout, Stuttgart.
Timeout, Ricebirds. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus in downtown Stuttgart's huge anniversary sale is going on right now. Save on everything in the store. Freemeyer's is celebrating 44 years in the same location and 52 years on Main Street with store-wide anniversary savings to October 31st. Washers, $4.99. Dryers, $4.99. Apartment refrigerators, $4.99. Queen mattress sets, including box springs, $4.99. And Lazy Boy recliners, only $3.99. Plus additional savings store-wide. The anniversary sale ends October 31st at Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium in Heber Springs, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers by a score of 31-0. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, if you haven't seen one of the new Ford F-150 Lightning trucks, they've got one at Petrus Auto Sales out across from Max Prairie Wings on display. Stop by and take a look at it. It's the future. It's the Ford Lightning, and you can see it at Petrus Auto Sales. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Quarterback fakes to Brown and then slides down at the 30-yard line, and he's got a first down. And that was a strange-looking play.
Yes, it was. He just wanted to get the first down, and that was it.
And that was it.
And you know, I don't think it was a bad idea because Ryan Kazire was coming at him like a freight train there. And
yeah.
So he avoided the big hit there and just picked up the first down.
Gain of just one. It's actually outside, stretched out pretty good. That's Gideon Tate on the carry.
He's going to pick up about 7 yards and the first down.
And he moves it out just shy of midfield. They've got it at the Heber Springs 49-yard line, 5.5 minutes to go.
Gideon Tate, who is also their kicker on the night. He's had 2 carries for about 15 yards now. And you know, they're taking a while to get the play in, which is fine with
absolutely
fine with us. Let that clock roll.
Run. You bet. You bet. Here comes Heber Springs from the far hash mark, directly across from Brent and I's broadcast position. 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Takes handoff into the line. Nothing doing. The Ricebirds almost got the handoff.
They did. Nykiel Bradley was the first one in there, yeah, and he met him right as he took the handoff. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
It's going to set up now 2nd down and about 13. Ball just outside of the 45-yard line with 4:44 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Johnny Howard checking out of the game for the Ricebird defense.
Here comes Heber Springs. 2 wide outs on each side. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback, Xander Lindley. Claps his hands for the ball, gets it, takes it, hands off into the line. Once again, the Ricebirds just converge on the ball carrier. Getting up off of the pile for the Ricebirds, there's number 52, Carter Wheeler.
Yeah, number 65 in there as well. Avery Robnett. We got Elliott Boyd here in a D-back spot. I believe that's Kevon Conway back there in a safety spot.
Jake Hayes here. He's a D-back on this side. Yep. 2 wide outs again to each side. Ball right in the center of the field. There's a big red and white HS in the center of the field.
Got Peyton Thompson here at right end.
High snap back to the quarterback. He fires it out into the flats. Complete. Boy, how about that Ricebird secondary coverage, Brent?
That's right.
Wow.
Chance Rabenek and others right there. Only going to be a gain of about 3 maybe. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Peyton Thompson out there on that far side as well. And it brings up 4th down and 10 now for the Panthers with 3:20 to go here in the ball game. And they're lining up to go for it. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back in the backfield, standing beside the quarterback. And now they step back into punt formation. Punter's going to be standing back at his own 40. Just a little 1-step kicker, and he just gets a little knuckleball. It hits at the Ricebird 35, and it bounces straight up in the air, and it's downed by Xander Lindley. At that point, Ricebirds will have it 1st down and 10 at their 36-yard line with 2:52 to go, looking to burn some clock.
Absolutely, yeah, 2:52 here, and the Ricebirds can run it on down. See a lot of fresh jerseys in for the Ricebirds. I would expect we see the speedy little Kevon Conway in there running the ball. He's had some good carries the last couple weeks. And Xavier Hobbs, number 11, should be your quarterback.
Matthew Luster in there as well, too. Ricebirds with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Luster lined up to the right of Clark. Going to hand to Luster straight up into the line. Bounces off of 1 lineman and cuts to the right. Nice little gain of about 3. Moves the ball out to the 39-yard line. 2nd down 7 for the Ricebirds with 2:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Checking in for the Birds is number 20, Kevon Conway. Checking out is Matthew Luster, number 9. Coming to the near side is number 10, Trace Carlin. Split wide to the right. Burning the play clock down. It's at 15, 14, 13. Ricebirds are going to move to 6-2 overall with the win tonight. More importantly, 3-1 in conference. Handoff, breaking the tackle in the backfield for the Ricebirds. Number 20, Kevon Conway.
Right, he's going to have maybe a yard, but yeah, he broke a tackle in the backfield.
Could have been for a substantial loss there. Did a nice job breaking that.
Yeah, Lynn, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my old high school classmates, basketball player Thomas Wright, watching us tonight.
Cool.
In the ATL, Hotlanta down there.
There you go. Great to have you joining us tonight. We appreciate that so much. Ricebirds trying to put a cap on this one. 3rd down and 7 with 1:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Handoff into the line. Dancing around. Powell pushes out to about the 44-yard line, a yard short of a first down.
Nice gain on that play by Conway. He's going to pick up about 6.
And
almost
it is
7 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be just a yard short of a first down. The ball just shy of the 45-yard line. Got to get to a good solid 46. And they'll just have to snap it one time here with 48, 47, 46. But the play clock is still at 18, so they can take it all the way down inside of 30 seconds before they have to snap it here on 4th down. And if they don't get the first down, Heber Springs will have chance for one play. Handoff into the line, not going to get the first down. And the clock stops with 23.8 seconds. So Heber Springs will have a couple of offensive plays if they want to do it. Ricebird line comes off. Seeing some of the guys coming off here. Number 77, Kamarion Caldwell. Number 79, that's Blaine Kittler, of course. Blaine's going to go back out now on defense. 67, DeAnthony Scales checking out. Thought he was, and now they're going to run him back out there. Handoff into the line, number 5 on the carry, and he gets the ball down to about the 35-yard line, a gain of about 9.
That should do it. I don't think they're going to run another one.
And it does look like the Heber Springs Panthers are going to say that's enough. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds with 3, 2, 1. They win it by a final score of 38-6 over the Heber Springs Panthers. Ricebirds move to 6-2 overall. More important, 3-1 in conference, and sets up a showdown next Friday night with the Lone Oak Jackrabbits in Lone Oak. We're coming up on the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show. We'll have the scoring summary. Brent will have our end-of-the-game stats, and we'll also name our Urgent Care of Stuttgart Player of the Game. We've got all that and more coming up in 3 minutes.
Purchase a set of 4 select Firestone